We used to be solid, not falling apart. Things never not okay when you were mine. You used to be honest, not pulling my heartstrings. Every other day you change your mind. Cause when you're high, you call me like I'm lonely. Some kind of little toy for you to wind up when you land in bed and feeling lonely. I'm tired of being deployed like that. Getting busier and busier, so disorientated. First you want me, then you're busy. Girl, it's not that complicated. Got me tied up in a leash and round, round. You got me running in a circle. I'm just trying to find my way back to you. What happened to us? Round in a circle. Back where I started, I'm stuck in like glue. You keep me on a loop. I'm just trying to find my way back to you. What happened to us? Round in a circle. Back where I started, I'm stuck in like glue. You keep me on loop. I used to respect you, thought I was enough. Yeah, feels like half a century ago.
How's it going, everybody? Hope you guys are having a wonderful one. We got more duels over on the EU region. We're not gonna have Johnny, unfortunately, so I may need help helping out with what am I thinking of? The group stuff. So if somebody wants to be a bud, that would be great. Outside of that, hope y'all are having a good one. Let me get the groups going now. Today we're going to be doing them over on the EU. Colors is a full group. Wait, what? Kragar? I nie znаю. I nie znаю się Kragar. I'll do it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Insane. Yeah, I don't know if Kragar is around this week or not. Sometimes he's here, sometimes he's not. I'll find out when I log in, I guess. You know what I mean? I have not been on WoW today at all. So, like, this is my first time logging in general. What's up, gamers? What's up, Sean? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good on my guy, dude. Let me put this out here. Cool. Logging in. It's taking a second. I guess EU servers are maybe a little... No, never mind. I thought it was cuffed. I'm in today. What's up, Toxic? Yo, more than welcome to join us, my guy. I will need somebody to help me do the group stuff, man, but more than welcome to join us. Dude, I meant to take a look at the trading post stuff last night, but I was so tired, dude. They actually brought me in. I was benched for so many of the fights, but they're bringing me in for Dalaran because rogue damage is good there. And I'm probably gonna have to play sub for that one, which is unfortunate just because it's a burst fight. And I gotta do a lot of like walking away and soaking, and as outlaw that'll be very, very, very difficult. I might try a couple of those runs as outlaw though. You know what I mean? I might just give it a good old college try for one or two. Make it take lead? Yeah. Let me get the group going, and I'll get you and make you lead. So I will need somebody to help me make groups, if anything, or if you know any homies and if you know any friends you want to invite.
The year is 1991. Birds.
That would also work. I also want to go check out Athelman's maze, because he said, by the looks of it, it was amazing. Apparently, Snoopy had a hard time navigating it. Molten Core, 5V5 1V1 DUELS. Here we go. Let's list that as competitive, and let me go. And actually, I want to go visit Athelman's thing. I think I want to visit his house real quick while we get our first group together, and then I'll spend the time gathering everybody. Underwater, Kragar. Oh, Kragar! Oh, we just need one. Okay, one sec. We need a group, boys. Never mind. I'm gonna visit Athelman's house another time. Instead, we gotta gather everybody. Who else can I invite? Hey, Amori, wanna join 5V5 Duels? Gathering groups right now. Hey, Nesperska, how you doing, my guy? Kragar apparently got a group, so we're good on one side. We just gotta get a second group together. as quickly as possible. Does Abjorn, is that somebody that plays? Hey, Bjorn, wanna join for those? I'll try to see if I can get as many people as I can here, dude. Hey, Blago, down for those? Broton? I don't think Broton said nukes. What in the world? Adwa, hey, those today? He might already be with Team Kragar though. Adwa may already be with Kragar, potentially. Gabber, I don't remember if he joins these. Insane is in. Johnny said he's not, can't join today until later, maybe. What's gonna invite, man? What's gonna get in? Randall's already doing stuff. Rimaru, I can see if Rimaru wants to join. Hey, Rimaru, wanna join for those? Hey, those? Oh yeah, Rick. I forgot Rick is on. Hey, those? I'll try to see if I can get as many as I can, boys. I'll try to do as soon as I can. October Dad? I just haven't seen that guy in such a long while, man. Fruity Dad. Or Fruity Uncle, I guess, technically. Logging? Sounds good. Oh, let me get a video of that 1v3. Hold on, bud. I got a lot of footage to get through, man. A lot of footage. Apparently Romaro has not even like leveled a person once. Stellari? Hey, hey Stellar. Wanna join? Damn, I can't type. Oh, ghost friend? Okay, so they picked up like heavy hitters. Wait, Tama? Down for some duels? Toxie? Okay, I'm gonna buy Toxie because I already know him. I already know he wants in. Yeah. So I'll try to see if I can get as many as I can, man. Nice. Okay, so they have Admiral over Team Kragar. Damn, who else can I get in then, man? Shit. Does Kragar have any homies he wants to send my way, maybe? I don't know if Gabber joins these. Hey, Gabber, wanna join 5v5 Duels? Man, okay, I gotta hurry it up, man. I gotta start asking, literally whispering everybody and everybody. I think I used to join us, but I don't think he has in like a while. Anto, I love when he joins, but he hasn't a hot second. Plus, we also have like what, 3 rogues already on this team, or 2 rogues on this team. That's a lot of rogues. But insane, I got a lot of footage to still get through, man. The EU NNA games from last week, there was just a lot, so I'm still going through them. And then tonight we also got even more games, so depending on how many we get, that's probably going to be even more footage, you know what I mean? Alonia? Pav? Wait, does he want to join? Hey, Pav, want to join 5v5 Duels, friend? Hold on, Blagger responded and still responded. Привет, я плохо одет для 1v1 fight. Doesn't have great gear for it. Oh, okay. I have no idea how to respond to that, honestly. Okay, now pass. Fine. Alright. All G. All good, friend. Okay, so I'm literally getting like declined. I'm getting rejected through my DMs, bro. I feel like I haven't had so many rejections back to back. Oh no. Okay, so we need what? 3 more for this group? I think 3 more. Who else can I invite? Have I invited Abjorn? Okay, I did invite Asbjorn. Is that his name? I feel like the J's usually like change the sound, but I have no idea. What did I say it again? Asbjorn. Why does that sound weird? It doesn't roll off the tongue super well. I feel like I'm messing it up so hard. Okay, who else do I invite, man? Gabber, I message him. Currently mainly healers, maybe a few weeks. Sounds good. Yeah, Pav is also a no-go, unfortunately. Damn. Does Hawaiian joins these? Looks like he's leveling the characters, so I'm just gonna let him do his thing. Leon, I have no full PV. Lindrone, I don't remember if he's a priest, so he's definitely not Shadow. Definitely not Shadow. Despeshka, do you have a team? I guess it would be too many rogues if I did beg you, but I'm assuming you're probably from Kraga, right? Passive PvE, doing some PvE stuff. Randall? Hey, Randall. And Rick looks like he's spamming arenas back to back. Shadow, does he join us? I don't even remember. I'm trying to like the claw. This is the claw maybe? Oh, no, he's on a priest. Sure. Wait, hold on. Randall said yeah. Got Randall. Haven't seen that guy in a hot second. All right. Wait, Tricky. Hey, friend, wanna join 5V5 Duels? Hold on, Tricky last week wanted to play, right? Zikari? And Zeratul. I can see if he would be down. Hey, friend, wanna join for some 5V5 Duels? Okay, we'll try. We'll try. Let me get a video. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Dude, I really want to go check out ASUS house. I feel like I need to just like focus on one thing, focusing messages, focusing managing that, because then I'm going to be just all over the place. Zeratul, what did it say? Sure. Oh, let's go. Okay, well, Zeratul, we just need one then. Perfect. We need one. We need one more. Like you probably won't do well. Also, this character is a max level. All good, friend. No worries. Okay, I need one more, and then we're set. Literally one more. Do I ask Atha? Hey, friend. Wanna fill the last spot for 5V5 Duels? I'm just gonna ask Atha, like, yo, Azrael, hold on a second. Invite, yo, easy, Az. Oh my god. Let's go. Azrael, I'm gonna make a lead if you don't mind. I'm gonna make a lead for these if you don't mind. I also need the Russian keyboard. Gotowy. That's a B. What's the... Dude, some of the Russian letters are not like, just filled. Can ask again when a spot is open. Here we go. That's how we'll do it. All right, Azrael. All right, Koopa. My guy. I also see you changes to Azrael. I still remember Koopa, the Koopa Troopa. Spectator match. Kragar and Azrael. 5 no grand 1. We're back, baby. Back with more games, back with more duels. Oh my god. Yo, how you guys liking the PvP in 1205, by the way? Them rogues though, am I right? Them rogues though, am I right? Palace is still very, very strong. Rest in Hell and Devourer? That's interesting. I want to see how that goes. We're just didn't get like anything new, did they? I am seeing the crackers on a Dark Iron Dwarf though. That is unusual. That is unusual. Let's see. Here we go. Which we're dueling, boys. We're dueling. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. Got ourselves Team Krager. Oh, wait. Is this still broken? Okay, we're gonna have to do the free flow camera. It does not snap to players at all. Blizzard still did not fix it. But in that old squad, oh, look at old green. We got ourselves Advo, Krager, Nasmishka. Gaduk? I have no idea how to say his name. I almost feel like that's a curse word, maybe. And then Rest in Hell. My Russian is a little bit scuffed, man. We got Azrael over in Team 2, Rasatotem, Akon, Delar. We got ourselves Insane and Toxie. Kind of going from the order from top to bottom with Rasta going to be first one up. I like the Haranar combo, by the way. Stun by Krager, who's in a Dark Iron Dwarf with a full Dark Iron set. Oh my goodness. With a stun Rasta. Full Ascent, big burst as an enhancement. Parry up for Krager with Rasta just trying to see if he can wipe him out right then and there. Got himself plenty of range damage. Stun yet again. Fear to follow as Krager doing everything to lock him down. Krager lived a full Ascendance with Bloodlust. He actually was able to survive a huge portion of that big damage. Rasta, question is, does he have anything to follow up here? Roots are available. Can go for a Hex. No Reflect that out for Kragar. We'll try to see if he maybe can get himself in a better situation. Lightning bolts go flying with Krager. Dodging the Sunder, unless it's like a proc Sunder. Spear is down. Locking down the Shaman, but he's going to go for the Burrow. Shaman is making sure to trade cooldown so he doesn't get locked down super hard. He's waiting 40 seconds until a wall, trinket right after, trying to make sure he doesn't get put in a rough spot. If he can have it separate from Krager, he'll be okay. Bladestorm out of the warrior. Is he playing Colossus? He is playing Colossus, so he's got a big demolish. Stun totem catches him. Rasa, do you have a follow-up? Rasa's getting kind of low in health as well, actually. Could be in a rough spot. Bloodlust is available. We'll give him some resources to work with. Stunned by Krager, looking for those executes. Disarm for just a moment. Needs to pick up a little bit of health, unless he can go for another heal. Oh, what is that heroic throw? Heroic throw for a mile away, landing the kill. What in the world was that? I'm sorry, did he go into a wrecking throw so he just does more damage? Because doesn't that hit for like 45k? What in the world? That range execute he's got going on. It's going to be sanked early on by our Alcondelar. As a Paladino, got himself full burst. He's playing the hammer build, so actually maybe for Krager this won't be the worst. Normally if against a Paladin, there are in duels at the very least Dawnbring or Dawnlight build, so they're doing a lot of that dot damage or rotten pressure for warriors. That's really rough. With a hammer build, you do the immediate damage, and then once you're not hitting the warrior, you're not doing any damage, so the warrior has a second chance for a second wind, essentially. He's able to at least do a little bit of healing. Warrior trying to get himself a better position, charging around, but our Alcondelar does have hand of freedom, so you won't be able to get locked down by those charges whatsoever. Demolished out by the warrior. I don't even know if that last hit connected. Spear on the Paladin's burst with a blessing of protection. Krager has to go for a parry. Does trick it out of this. And then potentially maybe will be, no, actually won't be able to use Dark Run Ratio for a while. That's going to be on DR with a trinket. But he does survive a lot of the burst from Paladin. That's an opportunity for the warrior to at least respond. Try to go for charges into Hand of Freedom, so Alcandela cannot really get slowed down too much. Krager just having to chase him the entire time. Paladin's got range though, so he's trying to make sure he gets whatever damage he can from a distance, walking into that melee for a couple of hits. Reflect out for Krager. Does have himself Rally Cry. May need to use it here before the next stun, just to give himself a little bit more health. Disarm, no health whatsoever. Picking up a little bit of heal. That's going to be a stun. Wings available for Alcondelar. Doesn't get hit with the Blessing of Sanct. Stun out of Krager, but it doesn't sit long. Does go for a bit of the Ignore Pain. Fear is available. Try to see if you can disconnect with that fear, looking for a second wind. Alcandela could have went for a bubble to try to disrupt. Krager recovering a ton of health. Second wind with the first aid. Paladin's also taking a second just to give himself a little bit of healing too. Stunned insta by the warrior. Avatar is in play. Reflect in case a Hodge was going to be counter pressure, but no, there's no Hodge for him whatsoever. Demolished, breaking through. Shield of Edits rapidly. Krager still taking huge hits. Does become a massive heal. Dark Iron Racial is in play. But the stun unfortunately locks him down. That healing that he just did, all of it completely got nullified by the Paladin into a bubble. Does he have anything to follow up? Does he have a shatter? He doesn't have a shatter. Leap is available. Does give himself a little bit more health. I don't know if Rallying Cry is available. It looks like it is, but I cannot tell. Reflect up really early by the warrior. Has a Bladestorm. Spear's available too, so you might be able to lock down Alcandela's Spear. Leap. Blind by the Paladin to buy himself some time. He has himself a Blessing of Sanct. The warrior, I think it's a Bladestorm, but I'm not 100%. Disarm the Paladin for just a second. Stun. Just needs to survive. Does the Paladin have enough damage to finish it? Looks like Krager barely alive. Ignore Pain just to give himself a little bit more health. Has a stun available. Just needs to reconnect with Alcandela for just a moment. Try to stun. Does not connect. That's going to be Battle Stance. He's ready to go for damage. Does he have the damage? So short stun. That's going to be demolished. Isn't enough. Charge right after. Do you have the damage? Leap to follow. Does go for an execute. Is going to get the kill. It looks like the Blaze did finish him off. Question is though, does the Rogue, does Toxic give Krager even a fighting chance? Trinket is available for Krager, but it looks like it's just going to be bleeds out of the Rogue. Krager at the very least has an opportunity to catch the Rogue. Eyes are available on the far side. Could go for Zerkers. Fear is going to be available. Pre-Rallying Cry here. Disarm for disarm. And the warrior trying to make sure he gets the Rogue locked down here. Stun. That's his opportunity to make some damage happen. Avatar is available. Parry immediately. Has a trinket in case he needs to. Rogue with the double steps. He won't be able to come back with advantage right after. Krager's blood up. Is that a lot of damage on Toxic? He's just a Kingsbane. With the Krager going for a leap, he needs to wait until the bleeds and the poisons are gone. The Rogue is out with bleeds of his own. Krager needs to be very, very careful. He has a fear. Bladestorm in case there's going to be a stun out of the Rogue. That's perfect. That actually stops the Rogue and puts him back into combat. Avoids the saps or anything. Stun onto the Rogue before he has a chance to make something happen. The Krager tried to go for a demolish, but a gouge stops him. You have a fear in case you need to. That's a full death pack. Full death mark. That is not great. Krager bleeding out. Unfortunately, I just don't really know what he could do in this type of a situation. I think it just might be the Dark Iron Racial to remove the bleeds does come in clutch. Coxie's having to reapply those bleeds all over again, but his death mark is completely gone. Big smash by Krager with a fear to follow. He has a spear, so Toxic won't be able to run away, so he's going to have to trade defensives. Disarm for the second for the Rogue. Rogue does not burn defensive either. Spear to keep in place, leaping away, just trying to see if he can keep the rogue at bay. He's trying to see if he can reset those bleeds and maybe get a heal. Does he still have dots? He has another rallying cry. I think Trinket coming up very, very soon, so he will have something here. Zerker, in order to make sure that stun does not last long at all. Stunner from Toxie. Battle steps with a big demolish. Evasion last second by the rogue. Short stun by the warrior. Rallying cry just to give himself more health. Reflected something back at the rogue. I'm not even sure what he reflected back at him. Got himself just a little bit of health. The rogue and warrior both are so low. The rogue catches the warrior. Sipping coat, but it looks like the reap shot of the demon hunter not enough to take him out. And the rogue looking for a full reset, but a charge out of the DH. Gouged by the rogue. Barely alive into a leap. Does he have another shift? He just needs another shift. No, but it's out of the rogue. Rest of the hell is going to be able to take him out at the end there. That was crazy work by Cracker. Almost took out the rogue too. That was the toughest one, honestly. And same with the immediate grapple hook. Rest of the hell trying to see if he can stay airborne, but does get locked down. That's an opportunity for Insane to make some damage. Big burst out of Demon Hunter. Insane better have a defensive. The fact that you're not popping a cloak or anything is just kind of spooky. Does go for the cloak. Void Ray, kidney shot, locking down the H. The H's do die in a stun. They are kind of squishy, but they can do a lot of healing. But the damage they take is still really high. They just heal a lot, and that's just more than enough damage for that final reap. Yeah, that's how a Trinket. Azrael is up next, so he knows it's going to be a rogue attacking him instantly here. Picking up just a little bit more health. Whatever healing over time you can give yourself, the better. Silence does go for a bit of a backflip. Trying to avoid the kidney shot. There's going to be a Trinket immediately. Trying to make some damage versus rogue, but it's going to be a blind. Eyes are available for either side, so Resident Hill could play it slow. Picking up the eyes. Looks like he's trying to see if he can chase after the rogue. Or no, he's going to back up. Well, I can't tell if he's going to... Just knows exactly where the guy's at. He just sees exactly where he's at. Garrote Insta. Resident Hill actually locked down a little bit. Using his melee skills to try to do some damage to Azrael, since that's the only thing he can do while he's silenced, being a caster class, even though it doesn't really feel like Devour is a caster. There's so many attacks that they have that are like straight up melee looking. Kidney shot onto the Demon Hunter with full bleeds. Resident Hill just trying to see if he can survive it. May need to go for burst. I don't think he has a burst. He does a meta. Can he go for another burst? That's going to be evasion. Dodging the attack. Shit, unfortunately, does not connect. Looks like the evasion was good enough to dodge the initial charge. So the Void Blade didn't even let the Demon Hunter connect with, I think it is Nesmershka. Or is it Nesmershka? It is Nesmershka. Facing the Mog alone, that is Nesmershka. Both rogues are out in the middle, searching for one another. Eyes are available for either side. Question is, can Azrael keep going? There's so many matches back to back here. Or is he going to be able to do much here whatsoever? I mean, it's going to be tough. As Assassination Rogue versus another Assassination Rogue, it really comes down to who gets the opener here. Afterlock is pretty nasty right now. For sure, for sure. Is that what Alf? No, Alf is Demonology. Looks like he's playing the, not the intro pet, but it's like a buff skill pet. With the dispel pet nowadays. It's a purge. Yeah, it is a purge pet, isn't it? I guess it's better than that. I feel like actually going for the imp might be better, because imp does range damage. And it can be used to dispel, like, yourself. Question is, can you dispel a Hodge? How does that work? Can you summon one while you Hodge? That'd be sick. Azrael, Nesmershka is going to get the full opener. Azrael has nothing to respond here. Is going to go for a Vanish Cloak, but unfortunately, that's everything out of Nesmershka. A ton of burst, taking him down. Krager picking up 2. Well fought. 5 million healing out of a warrior. I can totally see Blizzard just being like, you know what, warrior, too much healing, nerf warrior, even though I feel like that's the last class that needs a nerf right now. I feel like some of the tuning has just been weird, you know what I mean? If you ain't part of the cartel, you get a nerf. Let's get another one going, boys. Oh no mas, oh no mas. Az, let me know if your team is still 5 or if you need a body. And then we'll send it again, or I'll join and we can give you a +1. Let me know. How many duels are we at? Are we 208 maybe? No. Is it 210? No. 211? No. 212. Ay, 213. Alright. That will do it. Is the team still 5? Nice. Perfect. We're ready. I guess let's do a Toberon. Let's do a Toberon, since we got like a couple of casters for each team, right? We might as well. Well, actually, do we have Resident Hill? Does it count as a caster? I guess we got Advo. Oh no, you know what? Actually, the Toberon might be pretty good for Rasa Totem too, because you got a lot of movement here. You got pillars, and you can like double back from one to the other. But yeah, that should be pretty good. That should be pretty good. Let's see. Oh, Gaduk means Viper. So the rogue's name on the like the second from top rogue, the guy that's not this Murska on team left, team 1, his name is Vipers. It's just translation. Gaduk means Vipers. That's kind of crazy. Which? I honestly thought it was a curse word or something. I couldn't tell. Over to team 1, who's going to be first up? Is it going to be one of the rogues? It is Nesmeshka as the first one up and running versus the other rogue. Is it Insane? Wait, Insane? Sure. Take off your Earth Shield, by the way. Take off your Earth Shield, my guy. No. Can somebody purge his Earth Shield real quick? Wait, can the rest of him remove his Earth Shield? I'm cool if you purge it. Yeah, if you see the Earth Shield, if you want to remove it real quick, that's fine. He's not supposed to have an Earth Shield. It's a 1v1. Like, some class utility stuff is allowed, but okay, it looks like he moved his own Earth Shield. Nice. What a nice guy. Evasion for evasion. Insane with the Cloak of Shadows, as well as evasion. Not only be dots onto the Aqua Rogue, so he's not in a great spot to catch a reset. This Bush could take advantage of that situation since he doesn't have any dots. He just always makes sure to get the opener on him sap, but unfortunately he's still out and about. Cheap shot. Insane might just die to the bleeds, actually. He's getting kind of low. Unless he gives himself a return damage onto the Smushko right here, right now, he might just go down. Does get himself a kidney, but he might just die to the bleeds. I think he's going to have a heart attack. Didn't even need to. Just an venom. That's the thing with Assassination Rogues. If you don't stop a lot of the bleed damage, especially if you go for like a bleed build, there's not much you can really do. I like that Mog and the mount and the combo. What the hell? It's so green. Literally going for all green. Wait, it's so perfect. Holy, he's got himself a full like style to it too, right? Named Toxic, and then or Toxiel. I call him Toxie. Much easier, honestly. I look so good, but unfortunately, where's this Mushka? Oh, there he is. He's not gonna open up since he's just sent a lot of the damage into the other rogues, and now he's going versus Toxie without any cooldowns. Does go for King being blind to follow. Toxie just opened it up with bleeds immediately. Cheap shot right after. While he has a subterfuge available, Kingsbane back is actually just mirroring him completely. This time with Deathmark, the guy just don't cheat. That ain't gonna save you. Trying to go for a sippy cup. Barely alive. How are you alive? What in the world? I was gonna say, like, he's had no health for so long. Cheat Death was keeping him on life support there for a second. What is going on? That's some EU healthcare right there. Jesus. Keep it alive for quite a while. And then hit him with a Canada healthcare at the end. Unfortunately, cheap shot onto rest of the hell. Cloak shot is for Toxic. He knows it's going to be mad damage on a DH as soon as the cloak drops. Big charge, big cleave by the Demon Hunter. Taking him out. Azrael is going to be up next. Just trying to see if he can find the rogue. Eyes are available right behind him. May want to pick him up potentially. The rogue is skulking. I don't know if he has Spectral Sight. Do you have Spectral? Not right now. May need to go for a trinket. Thinking about it, Azrael just opened up with the Kingsbane. Not really layering too many other bleeds. Could go for a death mark if he really wanted to. Is going to be the full meta. Does he have the burst? Trinket out of the rogue. Big, huge damage out of the Demon Hunter. Blind instantly by Azrael. Is Rustin Hell going to be able to get another go? While meta is active, does go for imprisoned. Does he have another big charge into a big backflip? High beam right after. Cheap shot to follow. It is going to be a trinket. Darkness down. Does he have another charge? Looks like he's used all his movement skills, but he still has meta for quite a while. Sigil and Misery. Trying to see if he can fear the rogue. Does burn him right with a fear right through Cloak of Shadows. Trying to see if he can finish him off. Just a couple more hits. Shift just for huge movement. The rogue trying to see if he can get himself a full reset. Eyes are available. Kid is shot right after him. Do you have enough to do damage here? Azrael, it comes down to you. The Demon Hunter is going to take a decent bit of damage here. But as soon as he gets himself a huge hit on you, it's going to be lights, honestly. Big reap. Is it going to be enough? One more consume, but no, the rogue catches him with a good rogue from the reset just for an extra layer of silence. Locking out Demon Hunter before he can take out a couple more reaps and consumes at him. Taking him out. My goodness. That is so much damage. So much damage for the two of them. But the rogue... I honestly thought the rogue was done, but that Garrote at the end, dude. Assassination has that Garrote. It's so good. You only get it when you stealth up, and you do have it for like, what, 6 seconds maybe? And looks like Krager is letting the rogue get a full reset. I'm cool with it. He's like, you know what? This rogue, honor duel. Give it to me. Give it to me. Because Azrael, if Krager can get through Azrael, he got the Paladin, which will be a tough matchup. Rasatonim will probably be a better second matchup. So I think right now for Krager, he's kind of hoping he finds the rogue. Probably beats him, maybe not. You never know, right? But he's definitely going to give you the best shot he's got. You've been on a non-orc, by the way, so odd to me. I'm not used to it. Krager, whenever I think of Krager, I get an image of an orc in the whole horde armor. But a Dark Iron Dwarf with a Dark Iron armor, that also goes pretty hard. Honestly, that's also really, really good. Azrael looks like he's actually going to take his time. Waiting for death mark, waiting for cooldowns, waiting for everything. For Krager, it's a choice whether he goes to pick up the eyes or just plays patience here. As the clock runs up, dampening, however, is also going to run up as well. Technically, it's not going to be that bad for Krager because you can overlap that together with Mortal Strike to make it really impossible for the other party to heal. But Krager is also kind of limited on how much he can heal. Although from last game, he did heal quite a decent bit, to be honest. To be fair, he's going to go for Demolish, but looks like the Rogue is going to try to see if he can bust out of there. I don't know if Demolish would have broken or whatnot, or it broke by itself. Blind, Krager still sees the Rogue Spear. He can't escape him. Needs to land the stun. Is going to be that evasion, so it's a pretty big trade for the Rogue. Krager's still taking a decent bit of damage, though, even though the Rogue is the one playing the more defensive. He's still doing a decent bit. Stun onto Azrael. Opportunity for Krager to make some damage. Just someone to the Rogue right after. Rogue with a couple of poison knives just to slow down Krager to make sure you can't chase him whatsoever. That crippling slow is huge. Eyes are available on the left side. Does Krager grab him? Looks like he doesn't. Has him Trinket in case he really needs to. He's waiting until big cooldowns out of the Rogue. That's going to be Trinket. Parry will need a death mark, dwarven racial for the death mark. Trying to go for a leap. Does he catch up to the Rogue? Unfortunately, leap does not follow up with a charge. I think the Rogue catches a resell there. Reflect up for Krager for just a second. May need to go for a rallying cry. Try to go for a many bandage, but I think does just broke pretty insta. He will need something here. If it's going to be death mark, he can at least remove it. Dwarven racial insta dwarven racial if you have it. He needs it right now, or he might be done. Picking up a little bit extra health. Needs to remove the death mark immediately. He still hasn't done it. I'm surprised he's just holding on to it. Rallying cry for a second. Unless it's on cooldown. There goes the dwarven racial. Removing the dot. That's going to be a quick fear. Bleeds it back in by Azrael. Does Krager have any opportunity to follow up here? We'll need a stun. Leap instead. Throw poison out by Azrael. So that's going to be Krager slowed down again. With a bit of a ignore pain. Try to ignore some of the bleed damage, the poison damage that he's taking. I don't know if you can do much here. Cheap shot. I think honestly the Rogue might have sealed the deal. Krager will need a miracle in order to be able to come out on top here. He's picking up a little bit of health. Got Avatar. Kill the shot, but I think unfortunately the Rogue does lock him down. The CZ out of Rogues, that is hard to beat. With Avo trying to see if he can get himself a good angle. Got himself a port. Gateway set up. Everything available. Axe also to Azrael. But he's going to have to use everything he needs to in order to be able to fight the Azrael. Technically, I'm pretty sure Az beat Demolisher Warlock before, right? Just got to bleed him and get a big go with the Kingsbane. Does go himself vanish. That is an advantage of Rogues versus non-dodge classes like in Demonology. You could get yourself an easy vanish. As long as nothing breaks your stealth after, you could always get yourself a reset. So I guess like a Fury Warrior, there's not much bleeds. You can reset him. Out of the Rogues, settled for Rogues, you can reset him. Demonology Warlocks, you can reset him. But anything that has a modicum of a damage over time effect, that's a little hard. That's a little tough. Charging in, trying to see if he close the gap. Does get himself that good road to start the opener. Kidney shot right after. Adva has him shrinking in case he wants to use it. Gonna be that Kingsbane to follow up. Try to see if he can just deal with the damage. Warlock has been used really early, but Adva is still melting back behind the pillar. Dark Pact is used just to stabilize a little bit. Azrael with an evasion. Knowing that he can't really use evasion versus Adva, he's gonna use it against the pet by the looks of it. It is gonna be a fresh new pet summon by Adva though. That is a quick summon too. So Azrael won't, if he could kill this next pet, technically he wouldn't have to deal with another one. Fear by Adwa. Tyrant in play. Does not have a shadow meld. May need to go for a reset behind the pillar. Does go behind the pillar. But the pet is still chasing after you. Maybe can go for Sippy Cup. Blind available very, very soon. Phantom Knights trying to slow down these demons a little. He can go meld really, really soon. Just needs to get away from all the pets. Meld does get himself a clean reset. Eyes are going to get picked up by Advo, but the Rogue is on the approach. The Rogue right after. Do you have anything to stop the Rogue? I think Azrael made a mistake. Deathmark onto Advo. Wall is available. Fears him out, but I think the Warlock maybe goes down. He does take out the Rogue, but the bleeds. Oh, he gains, but the bleeds take him out. Oh my goodness. And it's down to Gaduk, the last one, which his name would translate into Viper. So Viper Rogue is going to be the last one there. Waiting. Or, I was going to say, is he even ready? Was it an orc? It's got to be an orc, right? No, he's an orc. Looking at the racial specifically. I like his sword mog, by the way. That looks sick. I like how Assassination Rogue's going to run around with swords. It looks so good with all the stabs and stabbing animations. The mutilates. The ambushes. Kingsbane. It is going to be full lay on hands. by Akundelar. Cloak shadows by Rogue with a vanishes goes for a reset. So that's a pretty big trade. And Akundelar is still taking a lot of bleed damage even after a lay on hands. Wait, he just might die. Bubble. Okay, Duke may just have to go for another vanish. He got himself an invasion. Does he go for a vanish? Next stun might be kind of deadly. Blind. Maybe a stun followed by the Paladin. Blind instead by Duke. Does he have the calm points? Finally got a light. What's up, bro? My new man. Fault I'm addicted to Rogue. Dude, it's so good right now. Rogues are in such a good spot, man. Like an incredible spot. Bleeds are in. Garrote to follow. Cheap shot. I think Akundelar might just die here. If Gaduk has enough damage, he will be okay. Do something for the second stun. Trinkets out of it. Akundelar has not a lot to live this right now. He won't be able to bop himself because he used a bubble early. And since the bubble is out, he'll have forbearance, which he can. Then he can't use bop. However, if he bops first and then he uses a bubble, then he will be able to bubble through forbearance. Gaduk, however, unfortunately, he's lights. He's done. He's over. There's not much you can do versus a shaman at the end. Azrael does pick up 3. That is incredible. Normally, rogues don't do super well against a demonology warlock. You can beat them, as you saw. It is possible. It's not an improbability. It's just really, really tough because those pets can definitely be a little finicky. Let's get ourselves another one going, boys. Krager and Azrael. Let me know when you guys are good. We'll send another one. Oh, Rick also wants to join in. God damn, let's go. Haha. Farming some cockles for a trinket. Nice. Get it. I'll get you in as soon as a spot is open. We also got Zakari, who I did say I will hold a spot for him. So I think I have to go in the order that I asked people. So I think I'll get a spot for Zakari if one is open, and then Rick after. Alrighty, I think Krager might be switching the groups up. I don't know if Azrael can do a full shuffle. I don't know if we have enough bodies for it, but maybe. Maybe. I think we'll just keep the team mostly the same. But yeah. Yeah. Dude, these are so fun, man. These deals have been so fun. They're so close. It's crazy how it looks like Rick is joining Team Krager. Fantastic. Team ready or you need more? Double checking Azrael. But yeah, I like how Assassination Rogue didn't get touched at all this season whatsoever for like 1205 stuff. The patch notes pretty much ignored him. They gave him like, not ignored him, but they gave him like a talent that nobody's gonna use, which is unfortunate. Like there's no way it's gonna be good in the road that it's in. Azrael's ready. Krager also second. Okay, take your time. No worries. Take your time, friend. No rush. No worries. I am fine being patient. But yeah, like Assassination didn't get like anything new. They got an AoE blind, which I guess is good at Mythic Plus, but like all rogues got it. And also all rogues got a better sippy cup if you want it. It's got a whatever. It's an odd talent. It's not gonna get used everywhere, that's for sure. It's very niche. Can be good in some cases, but kind of whatever. But yeah. It's what was I trying to say? What was I trying to say actually? Not even sure. This Assassination Rogues didn't really get touched. And it's crazy how they're doing as well as they are. Except in PvE, it looks like they're kind of okay, but they're like simming the worst out of all 3 rogue specs. So I'm surprised it didn't like do anything for Assassination whatsoever. Actually, how are rogues simming right now? Because I'm pretty sure Fu. See if we can find it. Yeah, spreadsheet. So rogues, they do run a spreadsheet. Fu manages it. He does a really good job with it. And it looks like, yeah, in Sims, Subtlety Trickster is doing like 126k DPS. Outlaw is doing 132k. And Assassination is 117. Like, why is Assassination like 10,000 to 20,000 behind the other 2 specs for no reason? I don't know. Then over for the Dungeon Slice in Mythic Plus, Subtlety is 150k, Outlaw is 167, and Assassination is 136. Like, why? I don't understand it. Like, I feel like the rogue spec should probably be a little bit more even. Above the other 2, Outlaw and Subtlety, which like the rogue is not even as a class in an insane spot, but yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Some tuning the Blizzard does is just all over the place. Just a little all over the place. Hopefully we got still everybody. Okay, we do have everybody. Beautiful. We got Dalaran over in team 1. Let's go. Oh no, Dalaran. Is somebody familiar with? I don't remember. About the names. Switch. Got ourselves. Let's see. Yeah, it's still camera is still broken, unfortunately. Does it let me? Oh no, it doesn't really let me. It's an invisible wall. These guys, these two big bag boys, they literally make a wall. But we got ourselves Toxic. We got ourselves Rossi swapping out the Mog. Azrael. Alcadella. I like his little Crusader set he's got going on. Oh, I'm missing Insane on that team as well. Versus Cracker, who's got his side switch up. We got ourselves Dalaran and Advo, as well as the Smushka and Rick, with Rick joining back in as a Demonology. Paladin first up versus looks like Toxie. Does Toxie do well against Paladins? Apparently Assassination Rogues are not terrible against Paladins. Wait, no, it's the Cracker? Oh, wait, hold on. I think I'm trying to figure out. I don't think Cracker is playing. I think he's just trying to observe. I think he's just trying to get a better angle. Yeah, I think he'll still try to figure out who it is. Is it Paladin? Yeah, Cracker coming back in just to make sure, like, okay, now I can go and observe. He's just trying to observe. He's just trying to make sure there's no confusion on target. Stunned immediately as Dalaran tried to see if he could close the gap. As a Lightforge tonight? I haven't seen Lightforge tonight in a hot second. Wait, isn't Dalaran that guy that did like like a mortal healing build? I think it might be, actually. I think it might be. Yeah. This guy ain't dying anytime soon. Red Paladins with Dawnlight and they go for like a healing build. There ain't no way you're dying anytime soon. He's just trying to see if he can draw the rogue away from the pillar by a corner there. He's gonna go for the sap. Fully healed up. Dots are set in. Stunned by Toxie. Deathmark is in place. So it's gonna be huge. Dots, another Garrote. Kid shot to follow Dalaran with a bop. Removing all those beats completely. Advantage trade by the rogue. But he goes in for a blind. Perfect for him because he's able to find the rogue stunt to follow Toxie. Does not go for a trinket here. That's gonna be Dalaran doing some damage, quite a bit of damage to Toxie, but look at his healing, man. He just fully recovered a death mark. He might as well pretty much not use lay on hands without having to use one. Gouged short by the rogue. Try to see if he keep fighting. Cloak shot is available for Toxie. He is gonna burn a cloak. Bubble out, so he's got a bop and a bubble out of Dalaran. I don't know if Toxie has enough damage here. Try to see if he catch a reset. Dalaran, if he has another stun, it's over for the rogue. He does have a stun available. The rogue does have a trinket, but if he gets hit with a stun, Wake of Ashes, I think he's just dead. Dalaran just sees himself just a little bit of recovery. Toxie's not in a spot to win this. Unfortunately, he is still out the bow. Dotted is going to be the trinket on the Hodge. Dalaran just sees a Wake of Ashes with a full burst on the Toxie, and I think it might be lights. So he's actually in a great spot. It's really going to come down to Toxie. Will he have the cooldowns in order to do this? I think he needs to bleed out Dalaran, get him kind of sort of low. Does do a sap on the eye. It looks like he's actually just going to back up out of there completely. So it looks like he's waiting until Kingsbane is available, bare minimum. He does have a cheat death, but that's not really going to save him. Smoke Bomb just to give himself a bit of cover. Into a shadow step, back into smoke. Wake of Ashes out for Dalaran. Does catch the rogue with a Hodge. Toxie's going to take a lot of damage here. Cheat death is the only thing that maybe can keep him alive. Blessing gets taken out by Dalaran. Unfortunately for the rogue, there's just not much you can do. You can go for a Kingsbane, but a shield of Vengeance with those dots, ain't nothing you can do about it. With Insane, he's going to be up next. Got himself full Adrenaline Rush, Trinket to follow, full burst available. Dalaran, under quite a decent bit of pressure, is going to be a Blade Rush with a Killing Spree to follow. Evasion is available by the rogue. Let's try to see if he can use that in order to stay on the Paladin the entire time. Full coup de grace, but the Paladin with a lay in hands. Stun, and look at Insane. Just in a stun lock combo, he's in a rough spot with a dot. That's just going to melt him with a Dread Eye Racial. I don't know if that thing does a lot of damage. I think it actually does do decent damage. I think they did buff it compared to what it used to do, but it felt like it didn't really charge the rogue that much. Maybe it did stuff? Maybe it didn't. I know the Dalaran does have a healing passive, so technically he gets more healing overall, but the rogue does catch him. Just a number of procs with Unseen Blade into a coup de grace at the end. I honestly thought the Paladin was just fine, but it looks like the rogue found just a little bit of burst with an Adrenaline Rush too, which is perfect. With Smushka with a couple of dots, nothing you can really do about it. The Rasatotem immediately locks him into a root, is going to be able to find him with the Haranir Racial, dropping down the Stun Totem. Unfortunately, that is not going to connect. Trying to move the totems onto up of himself. Cloak Shadows for the Smushka, still taking DC bit of Flame Strike and Wind Strike damage, since it has Strike in its name. it's technically a magic effect that has a physical property too. So you can actually bypass things like a Cloak of Shadows, like sap onto the shaman. Unfortunately, he won't be able to find the rogue all that easily. Try to go for a crash. If only he used that just a little bit earlier, maybe he would have found the rogue. Rogue actually does get rooted from around the pillar. I don't know if Rasa Totem recognized that or not. Smoke, he knows the rogue is in there. Yep. Throws a lightning bolt at him. Garrote meets him head on. Is going to be Primordial Storm right after. Just have the burst. Bloodless is available. Cheap shot to follow him. Trinket, that's going to be immediate kidney out for the Smushka. He'll land the kidney at the perfect time. Made it to a wall, but Rasa Totem, who is going to go for a little bit of recovery. The Smushka does have full dots on the Rasa, who's got himself Burrow. Big defensive use. Most using it just to catch up with the rogue. Try to see if he can take him down right here, right now. If possible. These things a couple more lightning bolts. Yet another root totem. Stun totem right after. Try to see if he can position him. Trinket out for the rogue. Have a second stun. No, I don't think he needs a cheap death out of the rogue. With a Storm Strike at the end, does end up taking him out. Adver sending up a portal. Is going to be playing Demonology. Do you have a pet with you? Oh, you do have a pet. I'm surprised none of these guys are Affliction. Because you've seen Affliction do really, really well. Especially over on the NA realms recently. So I'm surprised none of you guys are playing one. It's going to be the Army of Pets onto Rasa. I don't really know if he can really do much. Does root those pets, so at least he'll have them separate for just a moment. He needs to go for as much health recovery as possible. But essentially what he really needs is he needs Maelstrom. He needs to be able to heal himself or do damage with Maelstrom and then heal himself right after. That or maybe a healing totem, something, anything would help. Try to heal himself, trying to stabilize as best as possible. He needs everything he can just to survive this damage. It is way too much pressure at no help whatsoever. Tries to go in for a last bit of bloodlust, but unfortunately it's just not enough unless you have more health to work with. There's just not much you can do to stabilize. Garrote's out by Azrael. Getting the damage with the Kingsman onto Adbo, who's trying to see if he can avoid the rogue into a Gateway 1. Does he catch up with the step into another Gateway? Gateway 2. Does still get the raw dots onto the Warlock. Is going to be a Shadow Meld out for Azrael as he's able to avoid all those steps without any dots. Adbo does burn a Warlock Hellstone. For Azrael, he still does have a Death Mark in case he wants to use it. Into Axe Toss, Trinkets it. You Garrote onto Adbo. Mortal Coil right after. Does he go for a step into his Death Mark? He may. Fear to follow. Adwo trying to buy himself as much breathing room as possible with those fears. Kick, unfortunately got juked. Azrael with a cloak as well as a vanish. So there's not much you could really do about it, man. Not much you could really do, man. But it's going to be Adwo try to see if he can pick up a little bit of, what is it? A little bit of eyes, a little bit of sight, a little bit of knowledge here. As long as he knows exactly what Azrael is, that he'll be just fine. Did he? Yeah, he did rip his soul of his body. I saw him shrink for a second. That means he's going to do a little bit less damage, less healing. Wall to match the Death Mark. Advo could be in a lot of trouble. Warlock House really so, but a cheap shot by the Rogue and one more Venom, and the Rogue catches the win. That Death Mark apparently just obliterates a wall so pretty much easily, doesn't it? Jesus. Kraken going to be up next. That is really, really scary. Bladestorm does catch the Rogue, finding him out. That's how you do it. Don't let this Rogue out of his sight. If Kraken wants to fight this, he can't be letting these Rogues get advantage, man. If Rogues get advantage, they'll play unfairly the entire match. That's just how that goes. You have to play them on their own game. You have to meet them at their own game. Try to go for Spear. Unfortunately, does not connect. I like the Spear Leaf ability. I really like that combo together because it gives you so much more movement. Oh no, what is it? 2-minute Trinket, isn't it? Or 2-minute CD? Warlock set up, Warlock once again set up by Rick. He's ready for another go. Come on, don't discount Cracker that fast. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna set it up. That's gonna be a quick duel. Alright, I'm gonna set it up. Give Cracker a chance here, man. Leap by the Warrior, catches the Rogue, but a cheap shot out of that subterfuge with the Garrote. All the dots are in with the shift to make sure the Warrior does not get any movement whatsoever. I don't know if Cracker really has much in terms of movement here. He could go for Zerkas to try to see if he can free himself from the XCC, but that's really about all he can do in that situation. Riga Road, stun. There goes an opportunity for Cracker to work a Colossus Smash. Demolish to follow. Big damage right after. Does go for a disarm on the Rogue, so he can't really follow up. Charge to follow. Cracker's taking a decent bit of that bleed damage, though. He's starting to rot a little bit. Evasion out by the Rogue. Maybe a Trinket out of Cracker. There goes the Trinket. Trying to see if he can just stay on top of the Rogue as best as he can. Try to deny the Rogue clean resets. Kingsbane is in place, so Cracker is under quite a bit of pressure. I don't know if he wants to go for a Spell Reflect, maybe just to reduce some of that nature damage. Maybe. Does get out of that CC, but unfortunately it's going to be full. Bleeds are in. Cracker with a parry. Does have a Dwarven Rachel for the next big death mark. Stun into Ass, who trails for a Trinket. Cracker's going to have to do something here. He's going to have to maybe pre-Bladestorm the stun. He cannot let the Rogue land a stun on him at all. Does go for a Bladestorm. As still couldn't go for a kidney shot, so Cracker may need to go for Rallying Cry here just to make sure he lives the stun. Fear Does he have a stun of his own? He does have a shockwave. Is it enough though? Avatar. Big damage, maybe enough. Demolish, huge damage. Oh, does a Rogue die to the blades? He's barely alive, barely to health. Rogue does go down, but so does Kragar. They took each other out. And now it comes down to Akondeller versus Rick. Got himself full tired off the bat. Try to see if he can keep the pressure rolling. Blind stunned by Akondeller. And Rick under a ton of pressure. That is a Dawn-led build of a Paladina. Fear to follow. So Rick is going to take a lot of that consistent dot damage. Got to be very proactive with the CC. Is going to go, or defensive too. But it's going to go for the full CC Fear combo onto Akondeller, who's going to go for a Chill Defenders early too. A 49% dampening. It's probably better to use that thing super early to prevent some of the damage until you can go behind the pillar and catch yourself a reset. But those pets are not going to give him much of a time behind the pillar, are they? Especially with these aims blasting out. He's actually taking a significant bit of damage while he's chilling behind the pillar. Fear is going to be a trade. AoE Fear by Rick. Shrinking by both now. So it's going to be Akondeller kind of in a rough spot. Maybe to go for Spell Warden here potentially. Or Lay on Hands. He's going to have to use a button. Lay on Hands does get used as it is going to be a blast by the Chaos Mother. But a Mortal Coil runs him out. Infernal Bolt is going to do enough damage. It does a decent bit. However, Akondeller still got cards to play here. He's still got Spell Warden. He's still got Bubble. He's looking kind of healthy. He's also Dawnlight Paladin, so he can do a decent bit of overall healing. That's going to be try to see if he can send it back behind the pillar, and he's able to. We're just trying to see if he can buy himself a bit of a breather time. Is going to be Demonic Tyrant joining the fray as well. Is it going to be enough though? Stun around the corner as it is going to be all those pets surrounding the Paladina. Why is behind the pillar with those pets? All he can do is burn mana to try to live, but at this point, with 55% dampening, your health is in jeopardy. You are going to have to use a button because look at those pets. Wake of Ashes, stun the pets for just a second. Try to see if he can charge towards Rick. Rick with a big old port. That's going to be Akondeller still mounted up. Blessing of Sake was available for a short bit in case it was going to be CC. Stun onto Rick, but a Mortal Coil caused him to disconnect for a moment. Does he have enough damage to get the Dawnlight going? He finally gets a Dawnlight up and running onto Rick. Rick with the Dark Pack. Bubble out for Akondeller. So hoping to just see if he can push in some damage. I don't know if he'll be able to though. Is he going to be able to? That is the question. Full burst is up and to go down out for Rick. Blind to follow by Akondeller. That's going to be a wall out for Rick. Got himself a massive shield. Axe toss onto Pally for just a second. He does break out of it with human racial, or no, normal trinket rather. Question is, does Rick have an answer here? Because next Hodge could be very deadly. Does go for AoE Fear with a normal Fear right after. Just try to see if he can push Akondeller as far away as possible. You have a Tyrant too, so honestly I feel like you go for the Tyrant. I feel like go full pets. Try to cover some health. There goes the Tyrant, so it's going to empower all those pets. Akondeller's in trouble. Blessing of Saint might come down. Blessing of Spell Warden instead. So they're going to take a lot of physical damage from this pets, but magic damage and CC, he is going to be able to immune him. Wake of Ashes, Rick does have a wall available here very soon. Dark Pack, together with the Warlock Hellstone, does burn both of them. Does get interrupted for a second. Akondeller with a Shield of Vengeance. This way I think Rick is just going to hard cast a Fear into him. Hold on, never mind, AoE Fear. But he's actually in a rough spot. Both Rick and Akondeller could go down. It comes down to a clutch match between the two. Does Akondeller have any more survivability here whatsoever? He needs another stun on Wake of Ashes. He needs to get a dot onto Rick and it's over. Maybe just go for Wake of Ashes just to stabilize himself, just to heal. It's going to be knocked back by the Warlock for just a moment. Stun, trinkets and immediately Wake of Ashes. Do you just go for a self-heal or just damage him? That's a lot of pets surrounding it. Do go for a self-heal. 66% dampening, making it harder for you to live. Axe to follow. Rick trying to make some damage happen. Into a Fear right after. Both of them again super low in health. Rick is a little bit behind on health right now. Fear back to back onto Akondeller. Not an amazing spot. Trying to see if he can charge. Mortal Coil is going to reconnect. More hand to go down with an Infernal Bolt. That is a lot of passive damage. There's just not much you can really do. I think unfortunately the Paladin does go down. Maybe or not, or he's still alive. He's still alive at this point. Stunned all those pets. Big heal, trying to stabilize 69% dampening, and the man is still alive with Shield of Vengeance, charging now towards victory, but a Fear sends him in the opposite direction. Blessing of Saint is going to make sure that Fear is as short as possible. He does have a Hodge. I don't know if he's got wings. I don't know if he's got anything left. He must be completely tapped. He doesn't have anything in the tank. Fear around the corner. Rick is still alive. Oh my god. Does he have another Wake of Ashes? I think just stun the pets, right? I think at this point you have to, and then heal yourself. Mortal Coil. He does line aside him. That's perfect. Mortal Coil positioned perfectly. You need to heal right here, right now, or it's over. Does he have Lay on Hands? Does he have anything at all? Try to stabilize a little. Does he have anything? 73% dampening. Rick is buying himself time and he's regenerating health little by little. Why is this duel so clutch? Wake up Ashes, but Rick goes for immediate port. This is where you need to catch him. Drink inside of it. Get a stun on him. Anything. You gotta get the gauntlet rolling. Get one on yourself to stabilize a little. You gotta get a stun. AoE fear by Rick. Rick is getting super low as well. Barely alive too. Akandela just needs one Tempest Verdict from a distance. I don't even know if he can reach him. Judgments are flying, but unfortunately the Overlord comes in for a final smash. What in the world? Why was that such a clutch duel at the end? It was crazy good. That was so good. Oh my god. Yo, if every one of these duels was that close, oh my god, dude, I have a heart attack. That was so good. Let's get us another one going, boys. My god. Azrael and Kragar, let me know when you boys are both ready. I'm sure Akadela wants to go for a rematch there, right? I'm sure he wants to go for a rematch. Okay, so not that. Is it 15? It is 16. Beautiful. As need 3 group. I gotta go. Okay. Goodbye. Need 3 in this group. Hold on. That group is falling apart completely. We're gonna need more bodies then. Or did that group fall apart completely? Damn. Hello, Dalaran. Dalaranчик, привет, дорогой. Сесил нового стрима и отличного настроения. Спрашником тебя мир, труд, май. Hello, dear Dalaran. Have a great stream and a great mood. Happy holiday, peace, labor, May. Yo, Skindav, how you doing, man? Здорово, друг. Большое спасибо. Надеюсь, понравится стрим, друг. Oh, okay, beautiful. Take us passing the lead. If you gotta go, I appreciate you, man. Molten Core. I'll list it up. You guys are welcome to join us. Sec. Okay, we will need bodies. Okay, I'm letting Zikari know. We'll try to see if I can gather more. Antabadon? Yo. Hey, friend. Wanna join the duels? Adaby? Yo! Hey, friend. Duels? See if Adaby wants to join some. Have not asked him at all. Bukalemon? Does he join duels? I'll ask him. Dragon attack? Curdy. Wait, Curdy, you want in? Duke is joining this team? Okay. How many rogues do we have then? Okay, we have 2 rogues. We have Insane and Duke. Wait, Toxie also left? What in the world? Okay, well, we're gonna have to get a team together. I can. I'll toss you an invite. Hey, friend, wanna join duels? Try to see if I can get Curdy in here. Also let him know he could join on priest or whatever class you like. Just because I know the priests are, you know, a little bit of a rough spot. But it's really up to you. That's so many rogues, man. It's crazy. I guess I can remove Nyx. I don't think this guy's been joined duels in ages. And arena. Oh geez. Oh gee, friend. Who else can I invite, man? Esminster? Oh, he's already doing stuff. Shadow? I think I've tried to invite Shadow a couple of times, but I don't think I've ever gotten him. Have really dad? Hey, friend. See if I can get him in here. As Zeratul, I think he said no. Antabadab. Hey, bro. What's up, friend? Let's see if Antabadab wants to join in. And then Zakari, maybe after his arena. But I am going to need bodies, boys. I am going to need a number of bodies. Okay, let's go check out Athaman's house. While I'm waiting. Because I got a couple of whispers sent out. We just need really one more, don't we? Yeah, we just need one more. Get in the jelly. Okay. Okay, so Antimadon cannot play until next week. But next week he said he'd be down. Should be fun. While I'm at it. Wait, no, the other house for Atho. It's the Horde one, ain't it? Undergrave Refuge. All good, Curdy. Okay, so maybe Vlad or somebody or Zakati. But we need a +1. We need one more. If you guys want to join us, more than welcome to group solicit in LG under Raids Legacy. Is that the maze house, Atho? I think. Wait, what? House is private. Huh? Is the maze closed for business? I'll ask Atha. Was it his Alliance house? I thought for some reason it was his Horde house that was a maze. Maybe his Alliance house was the maze? Maybe? I'll try. Holy Saya? Yeah, get in your bud. Get in your bud. Oh, both of them were private. What in the heck? Now I thought really make him private? Oh man. I don't think he was able to change the privacy from like a window. Kenny. Damn, dude, I wanted to check out the maze. I never got around to look at it. Isn't mirror these gates like massive? Or Francis rather, can't even jump on them. Does it have like a hidden like hitbox at top? Makes them like bigger than they are. No, a little. Very, very slight. Oh wait. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think you can literally just clip around stuff. Awesome. Looks so crooked, but it's like, it's an illusion. It's an invisible, like, plain wall hitbox. Oh yeah, they are kind of tall, actually. Okay, well, the teams are set. I could keep faffing about here, like, the entire time, but... Let me go back to Orgrimmar, because I don't know what's gonna happen, if it's gonna, like... put me in the house, or put me in the neighborhood. In case it bugs out randomly, I just want to go back to Orgrimmar. And then we'll queue. I'll have to go inside, set some stuff up, but I'll do Spire 16. Okay. Yeah, if you unlock it for me by the end of the stream, then I can maybe go take a look at the maze. I'm interested. I want to see what that all looks like. Okay, the teams are set. I could... Who would I make lead? Could do Saya, I guess, right? Or Insane. I'll make Insane lead. I'll make Insane lead. This lead is insane, literally. So what is Insane's unit thing? Insane. That's perfect. Ready. Invite spectator match Pragar. Insane 5. What do I send you guys to? Dalaran sewers, I guess. Yeah, Dalaran sewers would be fine. That's a good one. Should do Lorder on some point though, honestly. Beautiful. Did I save that last duel? I don't remember. Well, if I didn't, I did now. Wonderful. Alrighty, got another one going, boys. Twitch. Got ourselves team 2. I just noticed. You know, I didn't really look at the group composition. For some, I did invite a bunch of other classes, right? I invited Demon Hunter, I invited Priest, I invited a Hunter. At the end, it was just Rogues and Rets. Yep. It's just all Rogues and Rets. Always has been. I mean, this game, for the past couple expansions, is just Rogues and Rets. Or rather, Rets and Rats. You know what I mean? All piling out of this sewer. The Rets and the Rats that they are. This thing gonna go for a flyby? Yeah. I still love that, how that's a feature. It just knocks you out of there. I'm pretty sure it keeps doing that if somebody's in there afterwards. Looks like it's going to be Rick first up versus Dalaran. He is looking for that rematch versus Rick. Last time, it didn't work out nearly as well for him. He really wants to go for that big old rematch if at all possible. Warlock immediately try to see if he can pop some slows. It is going to be immediate immunity to any, or rather Blessing is saying, for any of the CC. As the Paladino tried to see if he can cut himself some freedom to attack Rick without any disruptions. Is going to go for a stun. There's going to be more pets out for Rick. Does get hit with a blind though. No more trinket for Rick anymore. Does Akadela have much follow-up? He doesn't have a stun, not for 20 seconds. But it's going to be an ASUS. Finally, Rick is able to get some pets. He's able to get some pressure of his own. So Akadela is going to be under a little bit of damage. Immediate immunity to magic damage. That's going to be another gate out for Rick. He does have a port in case he needs to. I think his port goes... Oh, it goes back here. I was thinking his port was going to take him super far away, but it looks like he's just going to put himself in a corner, try to go for another fear. Does get interrupted. Hand of Gul'dan is available, so even if you do get interrupted on Shadow, you can still spam Hand of Gul'dan's, which is Shadow Flame damage, I'm pretty sure. At least gives you something to cast during that moment. Full Turret is in play. Hand of Gul'dan back in play. That's going to be a lot of damage. Akadela may be looking for a lay on hands or a bubble. Is going to go for a bubble. Reflect out for Rick with a wall to follow his health. Not doing that good. May have to go for a port here. Try to see if he can stabilize in a much better spot. Next stun, however, is going to be very, very deadly. 5 seconds on the next stun. Try to see if he can send Akadela back, but the Paladin, all he's going to do is just take a bit of a step back. Stun. And Rick, at the very least, has himself a dark pack to give himself a little bit of health to work with. Stabilizing just a little. Fear, if he can just control Akadela through this full burst, he'll be in a great spot. Back-to-back fears, try to make sure he gets himself as much CC as possible with an axe toss to lock Akadela super far away. No Mortal Coil to follow up, but does get himself enough souls to cycle through to get a big old Overlord charging in. Speaking of charging in, Akadela just try to see if he can close that gap. Stun. Next one is going to be extremely deadly. Reflect available for Rick really, really soon. If you can time it correctly, maybe you can reflect the stun. Oh, you reflected a little too early. Try to get a bit more healing. Dawnlight hurts. Dawnlight hurts a lot. Rick needs to get out of there. Another gate. We're trying to see if he can get himself from distance, but I don't know if that's enough. Barely at any health. Sending out more demons. One more hammer through the axe toss, but it looks like the Daz do take him. Mortal Coil was already on the way, but not enough. Not quick enough, and Akadela does pick up that 1v1 rematch that he was looking for. He needed that. He really, really needed that. Dalaran is going to be up next. So Akadela at no help whatsoever is a Dawnlight Paladin, so he could potentially just stabilize here just through healing alone. You have to use Wake of Ashes pretty aggressively and just send it all on self heals. Dalaran is also really, really good at that. So it's going to be two Paladins that may be a bit of a standstill for a while, because both of them, like if Akadela can play defensively, he's going to be fine. Dalaran is like skillful at just defensive play. He's just an immovable object, man. He's really good at the self heal aspect. Dawnlight, oh no, Blessing is saying Spell Warden really, really early. Akadela can really go for response, has a Hodge in case he needs to, does go for the Hodge on Dalaran. Dalaran without a trinket. For Akadela, that's an opportunity to make some damage. It looks like he's going to take the hits. He's going to go for damage here. Dalaran may potentially go defensive. Yeah, he's going to go for full self heal build. So Akadela is going aggressive. Dalaran is going defensive. That puts him basically at a point where Dalaran's health isn't going anywhere, but Akadela's health is dipping little by little. Unfortunately, man. Unfortunately. This is going to be Akadela with a stun. Does go for a normal trinket. Blessing a Saint in case there's going to be a follow-up CC. Maybe a blind. He probably was wishing like, yeah, I wish I had this Blessing a Saint for the Hodge there. Laying hands out of Akadela, but his health dipping super low. Dalaran made his bubble. Akadela does not have a bubble. So Dalaran has advantage here, I think. Akadela needs to play it super extremely carefully. Lay on hands, Akadela needs recovery. Needs to spam Wake of Ashes whenever it's available and go for a self-heal. You have to self-heal yourself the entire time. You have the mana. You just can't stop to heal yourself. Shield of Addons to stop the Hodge. That is huge. You have to go for Wake of Ashes and just defensively. Just heal. The entire time, both heals. Send it all on heals. Having to go for heals. Try to make sure the wings actually get some offensive value, but he has to go for a full defensive play. He has to stabilize until bubble is available, until another big cooldown is available, because right now he's playing behind for 20 seconds. Won't have access to human racial either, so he needs to make sure he gets himself something, anything, going blind early by Dalaran. Does he follow with the Hodge? He does. Akadella doesn't have anything for this, but in 8 seconds he does have Bubble. Back it up out of there, trying to burn some of that mana. He needs to go for Wake of Ashes. He has to go for Wake of Ashes. He needs to go defensive. Oh no, Dalaran uses that trinket just to keep the pressure. He just sustained himself and put pressure on Akadella the entire time. Akadella cannot really choose whether he goes damage or healing. But Dalaran is just going self-heal the entire time and then just pressure outside of it. Just using the fact that he has full health just to pressure the other guy. Adaby does have Shadow Blades. Trinket to follow. Does he have follow-up damage? He really needs that Smoke Bomb combo. Actually might be able to punch through the health bar of Dalaran. Doing a ton of damage. Could have grabbed, building up some pressure. Does let a stun, but a blessing is sake for Dalaran, making sure he doesn't sit that stun long at all. The Rogue tried to stay on him as best as humanly possible. Isn't enough though. The Rogue got him so low. Dalaran needs to stabilize some way, somehow. Cloak for the Rogue. It does end up taking him with advantage right after. So whoever's going to be up next is not going to have an easy time fighting the Rogue at all. 10 people in those duels, and Krager is the only guy class that's interesting to watch. But Krager, I mean, he is definitely interesting to watch, man. I like Rick and Admiral. Are they not fun? I like Assassination Rogues too, personally. I don't know, man. I don't know. I definitely do get a variety of receptions when it comes to watching some classes. Some people love, like, skilled Windwalker, Red Pally, Rogue, just 1v5 people, and play, even though save, slaughter everybody. But a number of people really do love the close duels where it's like, oh, the underdog goes in. Like a Warrior versus Rogue, Warrior normally loses. But watching a Warrior find a way past the challenge, past the difficulty, as it drops super low, does go for a parry, picking up a little bit more health, evasion up for Adaby. Has got mobility on his side. Unless Kraken got movement, try to see if he can make the Blade Storm stick. Is that enough bleed damage onto Adaby? Small bound to follow. Kraken is going to have to use that trinket here, most likely. Adaby is melting little by little. The dot's not enough to hold him down. Does land a sap with a bit of the first aid that Kraken cannot break out of. It looks like Xerxes was not available for this one. But yeah, I mean, watching the class that should be the underdog, right? Find a way to break past the tough challenge, the class that you shouldn't be winning against. That's definitely satisfying. There's definitely a lot of satisfaction there in particular. That or any classes that we normally don't see, like Augur Evoker, Evoker in general, or like Devourer, right? A bunch of those classes, at least for me, very, very fun. Krager does land a kill on Rogue, but barely found himself kind of low on health. And Saya is going to be up next. Kraken does go for a first aid. I feel like if he's going to go first aid, maybe he should have held out the first aid. But maybe against Saya, he wouldn't be able to do much anyway because of the Dawnlight build, isn't it? Yeah, against the Dawnlight build, I don't know if he wouldn't be able to do much. Fear onto Saya, why his wings available, stun to follow. Shield of Vengeance out for Saya. Kraken, it's a question, do you stick and break through Shield of Vengeance and take the Dawnlight damage? Or do you run away? He thought maybe you should stick around. Try to see if he can stabilize here a little bit. Disarm for a moment, does get hit with a stun. Does have rally in case he needs to. Warlock Hellstone as well. That was Avatar for him, unfortunately. So a lot of his potential damage cut out of the window. Spear down Saya, unless he goes in for a blind. He can't really go anywhere. So there's an opportunity for Kraken to actually get some damage on the Paladino. But unfortunately, Saya got himself the procs that he needed. Full Wake of Ashes, big burst with the Templars, as well as the Divine Storm. It looks like it's going to be the Rogue up next. I wanted to find out who's going to be next. For the camera in an angle, give it a little bit of suspense. I wish I had like one of those. I don't know, this wouldn't really be like usable for me all the time, but one of those, like, you know, those like rolling ball mouse camera or rolling ball mouse type of like mice, I guess. I wonder if that would give like a really smooth like pivots for the camera. Maybe that's something that can maybe smooth out on my end, like increase my DPI or something. Layering hands out by Saya as the Smirshka is pushing the pressure onto the Paladino. The Smirshka is now starting to take some hits here back to back. Does not have a trinket anymore. Saya trying to see if he can get himself a lot of pressure. Blessing is Hank. The gouge is not. Actually, gouge lasted for a while. His Blessing is like only work on stuns and like disorients. Does incapacitates not count? A cheap shot is going to be full though. So the question is, does the Smirshka have pick up damage afterwards? It's going to be a Blessing of Protection. The Smirshka does have a cloak. Could go for a cloak and meld if he can ever get away from Saya. Try to see if he can get himself some damage. Bop is down. Bubble is available. The Smirshka, I don't know if you wait for future seconds until Shadow Blades. That would be ideal. Unless he can somehow get away. Is he still dotted by Saya? Or is he getting hit through boxes by like a Crusader Strike? It might be. Cheap shot. That's an opportunity for the Rogue to make a play. Do you have the coup de grace? Evasion is available. Bubble out by Saya. So Smirshka unfortunately does not have a way to reset. He does have Shadow Blades in like 30 seconds. Try to meld this. Is he not dotted? No, he's dotted. He's definitely dotted. Yeah, there's not much you can do. Gouge. The Smurfs can maybe sip it up and run away, but that's about all he's got. Yeah, he got a bubble out of Saya, so that's huge. Adwo. Wait, is it not Adwo? It is Adwo. Wait, what is a rogue? Duke, what are you doing? Walking around. Back up. Back up. There he goes. Done by Saya. Blessing is saying port out for Adwo immediately. Try to see if he can get himself a decent setup here. Now that Saya no longer has a bubble, bop, or lay on hands, I think for Adwo, this could be his opportunity. He does have to go through 2 rogues after. He's going to have to play it very, very carefully. He does have great sustain damage, though. Being a Soul Harvester, he got lots of output with his demons. Lots of output. Blind on some of those pets, but not all of them. Some of them are still chasing after Saya. Saya's health is getting kind of low. Into a port. Does he have a second one? We could just go for a second one, honestly. He's going to go for a second. Saya trying to see if he can catch up to him. Maybe a Hodge. Just get into the Dawn Light. At 10 minutes, however, 56% dampening. That Dawn Light is not really healing as much as it used to. Stun. Does he have the damage? He got himself the Templar, but like, unless he gives himself Wake of Ashes and Wings, I just don't really know if Saya has recovery here. It might be a matter of time here until he succumbs to Adwo. Potentially. Dark Pact by the Warlock. Wake of Ashes by the Paladino. Has himself Wings. If Adwo is careful, you could possibly wombo combo him from one fear into the next if you got enough damage. While the fears are active, no, unfortunately. If you could have killed him while the fears was on him, that would have been fantastic. For Saya, hold on, this is a bit of hope. He got himself a little bit of ray of hope there. Shield of Vengeance, got himself some healing. Stun onto Adwo, that is the wall. Just gotta live this Tyrant, but otherwise you'll be okay. Blessing a Saint, so you can't even get feared. Doesn't trap Adwo in the shadow. Try to see if we can back away from the Fed for just a second for a breather. Until Wake of Ashes is back up and available. Dotted him, but unfortunately Adwo is kind of out in the open. The rogue is right next to him. Gouge, Garrod immediately, unless Adwo can back away. He's going to be in a tough spot. There is a full death mark. Gateway's available. I think it's over for Adwo. I don't know what you could do with bleeds and death mark. Mortal Coil, maybe a Dark Pact. Nah. Unfortunate. Look at the most there. Saya, looks like Saya does pick up 2. Well done. Well done. Let's get ourselves more going. Insane and Kragar, let me know when you guys are good. If the teams are 5 still, or if you need more bodies. And then we'll get you guys more. Let me see. 2, 1, 6, 7. I think it is 7. Here we go. Ready? Beautiful. If Kragar, as soon as he lets me know he's good, we'll send it again. Oh no? You guys lose a body? Yeah, you should commentate for an AWC. Bro, nah. Nah. Dude, I trip over my words so much, I don't think I'll sound coherent. Even for a little bit. +1. Invite me and pass me lead. I'll take care of it. Deathwick onesie in 1207. I mean, I guess it's kind of cute looking. I guess it's cool. Pass me lead when you get a chance, por favor. Cool. And Curdy is settled down. Good luck, Curdy. Good luck, friend. Alrighty, team is all good. Team is all set, and Kragar is all good too. Beautiful. We are ready for another. I kind of want to do a Lordaeron. Arena with no pillars. I'd watch AWC if you commentated. I think that if I had the opportunity, man, I'd give it my best shot. That'd be sick. But with how much I trip over my words, I don't know how well it would go. But if I had the opportunity, I definitely would go all out for it. That'd be awesome. You know what I should have done? I should have watched the open brackets this week. I should have went and watched the open brackets this week. See if any of my homies over on the what's this NA were playing today or yesterday, Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. The Grenades and Daya. People were playing it up. I believe in you. I appreciate it, man. Sure, I watched this duels because I wanted Hope to be surprised at Rogues and Rats. Winning every time isn't surprising. Imagine the Shadow doing 1v5 would be hype. But of course not possible. Just Shadow right now is not a great dueling spot, unfortunately. Or it seems like in PvP in general. Wait, Curdy? Hold on, Curdy? Hold on. That's, he joined on the guy named Curdy. I thought, oh, that's Curdy. That's the Shadow Priest, right? No. Curdy's in his warrior arc. And looking like, Blade Fist, I think it is, with the whole, the emo scene, metalhead type of a haircut going on. Curdy of the Fury Warrior is an interesting choice, but I'm all for it. I'm all about it. Mortal getting sent, then unfortunately he is going to take some CC out of it. Trying to see if he goes some damage. Is going to get ported out into the arena, into the room, and it's going to be Rick just trying to see if he can just keep casting at him the entire time. Does land an interrupt. Curdy trying to see if he can build up some damage, but Rick, look how big his shields are, man. Just went for huge shields and just hard casting into Curdy's face. He's not doing great. Health-wise, may have to go for a heal. Does go for a bit of enraged regen. Needs those bloodthirst, even off with a pet. Even if you bloodthirst off of the pet, just able to stabilize a little. But Rick got so much mobility, he could just kite him out the entire time. Unless Curdy got a leap. He got a leap, maybe a spear. It's going to be a port most likely out for Rick. Does go for a quick fear. Curdy needs something to live this. Does go for the spear. Lock that onto Rick with a stun. Can go for maybe an AoE stun on some of the pets. Maybe a Mortal Call running him out. That's unfortunate. I really don't know what you could do in that situation. Knocked back by Rick. Just needs one more big cast. Curdy picking up whatever health he can with a bit of a spell reflect. Reflects one demon ball back at the guy. Picking up whatever shields he's got, man. That shield, I think it is from the weapon enchant, is at least kind of help him stabilize. You gotta bloodthirst as much as you can. Literally spam bloodthirst to get whatever health you can. You got yourself a little bit of line of sight. As long as you avoid Rick, you should be able to get at least some healing. He's starting to recover. Hold on. Curdy's starting to recover a little bit. Rick does not want to run out. Rick does not want to run out whatsoever. So look at Curdy. Coming back in little by little. Bit of hell, bloodthirst at a time. It's like, what, 2-3% health at a time? Able to at least get a bit of a stabilized leap, but Axos stops him halfway through. He's got himself. The Axos is gonna, not Axos, but a Storm Bolt is gonna send him out with that port. Unfortunately, with another port back, waiting for the warrior in charge, and then go for the port right after. Curdy's in a bit of a weird spot right now. He needs to find a way to break out of the CC here, if at all possible. Mortal Call runs him back out. He does get the proxy shields, however, so he's able to at least keep himself somewhat stable, bloodthirsting off of those pets as much as humanly possible. Everybody in the other team are just trying to give him as much free time, free space as possible so they can play it out. Yo, Curdy, if you end up cleaving people by accident, you gotta press whirlwind or whatever you gotta press your buttons, man. Don't worry about cleaving people. If you gotta press your buttons to kill Rick, you gotta press buttons to kill Rick. They just gotta have to give you some space, man. It's a bit of a tight spot of an arena, but they're trying to give you an opportunity here. Barely at any health. Axos may end up sealing the deal. Does get himself in rage regeneration, leaping after Rick. Rick with a port. You have to turn around and start hitting those pets. You have to start hitting those pets. I know you're chasing after Rick the entire time, but you have to turn around and hit those pets with some bloodthirst. You need to. Rick is in a spot, leaping in, trying to go for a gate. Unfortunately, the gate does break the spear, so there's not much Curdy can do. All of his mobility is getting countered. Every single charge, every single leap, even the spear. Rick has an answer for it all. And finally, you got yourself uptime onto Rick. You got ported back in the room. Charge, stun. Most likely it's going to be poured out of Rick, isn't it? Does go for the Axos. And yep, Rick goes in for a port right after. You got yourself a Chaos Mother barreling down on you. Tyrant blasting out with Demon Bolts. Charging back in. Quick fear by the Warlock. Try to see if you can stabilize it. But unfortunately, you're like, what is a Warrior supposed to do versus a Warlock in that situation, man? I really don't know. There's just not much of an answer. Shadow Blades immediately out of Adamy. Trying to take down Rick. Rick with the wall, just hard casting spells at him. Got himself a Tyrant. Got himself a lot of, or not a Tyrant, but a Pit Lord. Does he have another charge of a Gateway? AoE Fear? Yeah, he's gonna just AoE Fear him. Tricky to follow. Mortal Coil. Yo, Rick is trading in that CC. Really kind of sketch there. Really sketch trades, honestly. Does go for the cubby, but I don't think he's gonna live in that cubby, is he? Nope. Nope. The Rogue does get himself a re-stealth. Sap under Krager, but he ain't the one dueling. He's gonna have to figure out who's gonna be next. Is it a Paladin? Is it a Warrior? Somebody. Or is it the Rogue? It's hard to tell. I think it might be Krager. Looks like it is Krager. Who's that over there? Slishko Danya? Slishko Danya. I don't know what the second part is. But Slishko is like too much. Or it would be like too I don't know, angry. He's like that it's like Slishko would be like too. But it would be combined with another word. Maybe I guess you could go with too much. Hard to tell. I don't know what it's supposed to translate to. I'll call him Sishko. That's his name. I don't really know. That throws on the tongue super well. Evasion out by the rogue. Warrior actually has the rogue super low blind right after the rogue is bled up. Does he get himself a good reset here though? Let's go for a Blade Storm. Oh, unfortunate. No sap, no cheap shot, no nothing. Rogue trying to see if he can get out of there. Does go for a shadow step on the throw. Into a trick by the warrior. Disarm for disarm. Just needs one more good hit. The rogue is bled. Into a cheap shot. His rogue's last chance. Last big go. Coup de grace. Hold on a second. Wait, the rogue almost got it. But the warrior looks like got right behind him and just absolutely shattered the rogue's spine. What in the world? Why did that get so close all of a sudden? I like the Shadow Warrior. And the first I'm learning it. I like him. I like the Shadow Warrior. I like it a lot, Curdy. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Although I don't want the classes you pick, right? From Shadow Priest, which is like not great in duels, to a Warrior, which is also really tough to do in duels. But I'm hoping you like it this season. Warriors can definitely do a ton of damage. But I feel like in solos, they usually are like a target. They get targeted quite a bit. Especially if they overextend. It's like the end of a Warrior if they ever overextend too far. Stun onto Kragar, Good Duke, whose name translates to Viper, which I didn't know actually. I thought it was honestly a curse word. But Kragar just go for a spear. Unfortunately, the bleeds do take him out. He does succumb to the bleeds and the dots. That is rough. Good Duke does go for a bit of a reset there. Or does go for a reset actually. I don't think it was a vanish either. I think it was actually caught a reset on the judgment. Is able to get a stun onto Dalaran at the very least. Cloak shadows to follow. Doesn't have any more dots though, so it looks like he sent literally everything over into Kragar there. No wonder. No wonder. Blind to follow as he's trying to see if he can get himself out there. But Gaduk, I think he's just done. Yeah, ain't happening. It ain't happening. Yeah, the Paladin just needed a good angle and it was over. Next up, second to last is going to be, but it looks a bit insane. He did fight through, I think, was it Dalaran that he just got out of nowhere? Just picked up a bunch of damage out in the burst band. And the procs could actually be quite a huge. Trinket does go for a disarm. Dalaran with the Blessing of Saint to try to see if he can stop any more stuns, but the Outlaw just needed that one kidney shot. He got a that's all he needed. Smoke bomb, the real smoke bomb is down, not the fake one from a drone rush. Does himself a killing spree. I'm wondering why he doesn't send killing spree. He's still building up for dispatches, but he just doesn't press killing spree, which actually is a decent button. Definitely worth pressing. Not a lot for damage, but at least for the procs of Trickster, may need to pre-feint this because I feel like a stun is coming. Yeah, does actually get a pre-feint. That's actually so good. So he's taking very little damage. I mean, still taking huge hits, but very, very little damage compared to how much damage he would have taken with a pre-feint. So that is really, really good. But he's still taking too many hits, and that dot damage, there's not much you can really do about it. I think he's trying to see if he can build up for another drone rush to maybe have himself another big go. But while Dalaran doesn't have a stun for 10 seconds, this could be the best time for the rogue to maybe make some damage happen. We'll need to maybe pre-feint the next Hodge is going to be Shield of Evidence. There goes the killing spree. It does decent damage. Stun, unfortunately, Dalaran does himself Wake of Ashes to follow. Instead, he's going to have to use everything here just to live. Disarm. Oh, I don't know. Dots? Vanish? Does he have a self-heal with the Vanish? I don't think he does. That last between the eyes is all he had. And it's going to come down to Saya to try to see if he can bring down Dalaran. And then he has Goeris as well as Sishko. Sishko Danya. Which I need to figure out what that name is. What does it translate to? Sishko. I think that has an M at the end. Unless Danya? I don't really know. Or MD? Like Master Spell? I don't really know. I need to figure it out. I need to look it up. Saya taking a bit of damage. Dalaran actually has no mana. So Dalaran is actually kind of spent on resources pretty early on here. He's still got defenses. He's still got stuff to work with. Does not have a spell warden though. So actually Saya is definitely at a massive advantage here. Dalaran does get to dodge that stun with a Blessing of Saying. Saya does not get a Blessing of Saying himself though. But for Dalaran, who's a master at self-healing, who's actually doing a ton of damage to Saya. Hold on a second. Might just bring Saya down. Lay on hands, keeping him barely alive. Dalaran stabilized completely. And Saya is the one under pressure. Can Dalaran actually turn this around? He's gonna have to play for that self-heal build. He's gonna have to play very, very defensive. Try to see if he can keep himself afloat here. Using movement, but Saya is right on top of him. Blind to follow. That's gonna be a Hodge available. Dalaran may need to bubble this. Maybe look at like a bubble angle. Does he need to? Saya does not have a wings to follow up. It's gonna be a Blessing of Sync on that stun. Wake of Ashes, Shield of Evidence. Dalaran looking for a recovery. Dalaran with a bubble. Try to see if he can pressure Saya. Looks like this was an opportunity to maybe make some damage. Saya getting caught in the corner there for a moment. Saya does need to use a bubble himself though. Dalaran with another, or outside rather, with a Wake of Ashes. Hamstone Spell Warden. Dalaran under a ton of pressure. I don't know if he can do much to survive here. Yeah, unfortunately does go down. Is it Goer's or is it the Rogue next? Let's get the Rogue again. It's a full Garou. Saya may just have to bubble. Yeah, he has to bubble. That is the Kingsbane. I think that is the correct play. Trick it out for the Rogue. As you just try to see if you can go for a Cloak of Shadows. I think Saya might be alive, especially if the Rogue is able to get all the dots on Deathmark. Saya will need to use everything he can to live here. He needs to separate from the Rogue and go for Regenerating. Maybe blind and spam Regenerating, potentially. It's to stabilize a lot of health. He needs CC. No, don't mind. No, the dots take him. The dots did take him. Dalaran does pick up 2. Well done, well done. I like Curdy on the Warrior. I like the attempt. He's got us another going. Insane and Krager. Let me know when you guys are good. Let's see. One. I think it's this, right? Yeah. Ready? Beautiful. Dal Soup. What's up, Jake? How you doing, my guy? Dal Soup. Dal Soup. Hope you're having a good one, my guy. I gotta double back with my Mythic Plus friends. Apparently they said they're gonna be doing some keys this weekend. I don't know if it's Saturday or Friday. If it's today or tomorrow. I hope it's today, but otherwise I need to plug some stuff. By the looks of things. So as soon as Krager gives me the go ahead, we'll send another one. Otherwise, we're good to go. And hey, at least the team is not just full of rogues and paladins, right? At least there's a war here and there with Curdy. Pop it in. I think my rogue's talents were bugged. The side of hand wasn't actually working for the 5 keys I ran with. I think the side of hand is just RNG. Right? Straight up RNG. Like, the problem with that is you can roll low. It doesn't guarantee any buffs. It's just RNG. It just improves the RNG. On average, you should have really good runs, but sometimes you can just roll low as well. Sometimes, even without the talent, you can just roll high. Like, I've gotten, like, the, the jackpot buff, like, 3 times natty rolled. I think I first time I rolled, I keep it rolling it, and then I got natty one, and then I got a natty and keep it rolling that. Or kept it rolling? I guess kept it rolling. Keep it rolling. Use keep it rolling. Kept it rolling. I really don't know. Like, how do you put that word in past tense? You know what I mean? The worst RNG. Yeah. That's why I don't even run it. I just run the auto attack build. When I do plus 15 dungeons, I'll tell you. Tell you to give me afternoon stacks if you help me get full 16s. Does double pally work in 16s? I mean, if you guys wanna, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could share. If Arthur's okay with it, I could share with him your BNet. I don't think he unless if he's okay with it, only if he's fine with it. Arthur may be like a private guy and might just not really give out his BTech to a lot of people that he doesn't like know. Set it to a. What arena do we do? Is it 3400? Then I'll stop. That's a bit of help. I'm sure you can like pug it, right? If you're doing 15s. Or what score are you at right now? Damn, what arena do we do? Nope. We play more. Should I try the Carnage one? 3200. That's about where I'm at right now. Other team is full ATM. If opens, I'll get you in. Should we try one of the other arenas that we normally don't get to? Just for funsies? I can play this with GGs. Damn. Yeah. I'm hoping to play this weekend, if possible. Maybe with a pre-made, which would be ideal. Sorry, brain was fried a little. Trying to figure out what arena to send us to. Wait, 17 waiting for me as well. Damn, that's a good key. That should be a good key, huh? Sounds good, Rick. Yeah, we got a spot, man. I'll get you in. I'll let you know as soon as one opens up, man. I'll write him. Show my 18 Nexus. Yo, 18 Nexus would be wild. Yeah, man, we could. I mean, I'd go in and Blink Flurry stuff. As long as the tank can live. I feel like the hardest part of that team, that whole dungeon, is going left and doing the forward right. The guy with lines boss in that whole area. That's where the mobs are like the worst. The bosses are pretty terrible. But if you can do that, everything else pretty easy. Because the right hand side is super free. Boss is also kind of free. I know boss is not too bad. Cracker first up, charging out. I like how he's on that multi-core mount, man. I like how he's on this count. They added this thing for an anniversary event, and then no, they did bring it back at some point, didn't they? They did bring it back. At least they gave players a chance to re-earn it again through like 20th anniversary tokens, didn't they? Big demolish out for Cracker, trying to see if he can make some damage happen. Insane taking huge hits, but Cracker also taking massive hits by the Rogue. What in the world is his damage? Does go for disarm. Unfortunately, the Rogue has access to a pistol, so he doesn't really need his weapon. Cracker is incredibly low. Rallying cry just to make sure he's stable a little bit. May need to go for parry here, dude. This Rogue just keeps firing off bullets at the guy constantly. Cheap shot for just a second. Cracker, I think, did have his Zerkus to reduce the effectiveness of that cheap shot. For just a second, parry, kills, but he just fights right through it. Stunned, last second, barely alive. Cracker's gonna need something major. Trinket, oh! What in the world was that, dude? Parry does not do anything against Killing Spree. It's straight up a range attack. That was wild. Ebu tried to see if he cash Insane, does hit him with an in-cap leg sweep. It's, oh, no, it's not over. Same with the Cloak of Shadows. Are you really going back in there? Are you really going back in there? He actually went back in there. He might have had that like victory high after Cracker. It's like, I got this, boys. Fist of Fury, kidney. Oh wait, that doesn't go through, huh? I guess I'm dead. Dots are in by the assassination rogue. I'm surprised he ran away to Shadow Step after. Dots are up to Ebu. He might just be dead. Hold on. Oh my. Bro, these rogues just walking in and they mean business. What in the world? Did he 100 mark him? He did. Look at that. The pets are in. Question, does Governs play? He is a Dark Ranger. I was going to say, you see Dark Ranger or is he the other builder? The Dark Ranger gets a lot of pets, dude. Look at that pet damage. He hasn't even been able to use the big Dark Ranger ability so far. The Black Arrow or the Wailing Arrow, but he's just fighting right through it. Trinket is going to be a freezing trap. You go for the Wailing Arrow. You may need it. Potentially. Does go for a Cloak of Shadows. So for Guerrers, unfortunately, I think the Wailing Arrow is maybe gone. Can't use it again. It does go for a binding shot for just a second, but the Rogue, he's in a good spot where he doesn't get tethered, but does accidentally walk into it just by a little. There's going to be even more pets. Ton of damage. Guerrero is actually putting so much pressure. The Rogue, I think, is just dead in a smoke bomb. Those pets are brutal. What in the world? Yeah, those pets do secure the win. I forgot how good they are. My goodness, GG's guys, last from me. Thanks so much and safe going by. Appreciate ya. The man is he's got one victory. Now he's taking the ball and going home. We may need somebody to replace Insane though. So if somebody wants in, possibly Rick, my boy, more than welcome to. Damage onto Guerreros. This is going to be Saya trying to see if he can bust through the health bar of Guerreros. That's some Bicho Wrath. I think he can still use it while in Turtle at the very least. Saya does get in with a stun. I don't know if Guerreros can really follow up with much. He doesn't have much health to really work with. Wailing Arrow, one good hit, but unfortunately, there's only so much you can do. Hunter's a journal, of course. Awesome. We'll save you a spot then. This is going to be the Rogue. Oh, did he pick up the eyes? No, it looks like the Splurshka might have not stealth. That or Sai just randomly found him. But he was able to get him out. This is going to be Gouge. Where did the Rogue go? Wait. Ah! I said, where did the Rogue go? But he literally melted. What did Saya just do to him? I'm sorry. What did Saya just do? I'm sorry. But what? What was that? That was so fast. What in the world happened? Bubble out by Saya as he's under pressure by Slishko. He's going to go for advantage. Does not have a Cloak of Shadows. And it's going to be Dots putting him back out in the combat. Saya won't have an answer here. So it looks like Slishko is trying to see if he can push in on the offensive. Blessing of Saint does go for a kidney while Blessing of Saint is active, unfortunately. Shield of Vengeance should help cover Saya. This could does have one more vanish. He's gonna go for poison throws, unfortunately. He's gonna put him back out in combat. He does have a trinket, so he can break out on the next CC. Might have to go for a blind here. Trinket, blind? No, just goes for Garrote. Unless the rogue backs up out of there, I think it just lights. Actually, it just lights. What in the world did Saya do to Nesbushka? Actually though. What in the world? Okay, whoever's lead on Team Insane, I think it should be Saya. If you can pass lead to Saya, or if Saya's lead, toss me an invite. We'll get the group going. Get you guys another one. Shield of Vengeance, really? How hard did it hit him? What in the world? Are you sure it's a shield? That's a little deadly for a shield, isn't it? A little strong to be a shield. I think. Pops and finished the job. Jesus. Did it crit or something? What in the world was that? It looked like he was okay, and then he just vanished. I thought he had literally pressed vanish. I was looking around for him. I didn't realize he died. It's crazy. All right, Saya, whoever's a lead on your team, can you ask him to pass you lead, or you invite me in, because I can take over the group and help out. To see if you can get him to get me in there. Went straight to the mall? Yeah, literally went straight to the mall. That's crazy. Yeah. I'll give you a second. I also want to see if Atha is he still in the key? No, he's in his home. Okay. Alright, Atha. I'm doing it. Your Horde House. Think I ever get a Lord of Hatred expansion? You'll love the Warlock based on the talent calculator. Oh, Warlock is a new class, isn't it? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna play it myself. Yeah, I don't know if I will, but maybe. You're completely against it. Wait, Atha got mid? Let's go! Atha! There it is, man. He got mid season 1. Look at this guy. Hell yeah. What mount are you gonna get? Damn it! Atha, open your home, dude. Open your house. I'm trying to get in. So the chat is minimizing Windows. Trying to communicate, but some people are supposed to chat and minimize it. Yeah, just or if they list it up in LFG under like Molten Core or something, I could join them. And then I could just pass my lead like that if they don't have me. Worst to worst, I just make a whole new group. Fragger is ready. Sec. У нас пати не full. Атоби, пригласи меня на пати и дай мне лид. Я все с группой сделаю. Я все соберу. Все соберу. Потому что Рик хочет join. Но его возьму. Got a spot? Yes. Sec. It's open down. It is. Hell yeah. Alright, Atha. So this is the maze, huh? This is it. Okay. Am I gonna get... Oh my god. Oh. Here we go. Wait, is this already the maze? Is this already the start of it? Am I not seeing something? So a few things you should know. Okay. Atha's giving me a rundown real quick. There are two maze sections. I might need to list a group here in a second. Let's do this. Where's Rick? Rick. Invite. Alright. And I'll make side lead, I guess. Put a couch or a stone or some sword. I hope you not lose your way. Okay. Holy Saya and Kragar 5. Alright, that's all. I'll need to do a game real quick. But after this Blade's Edge, which might be our last map for the night, and if I find light, after this match, then I'll be able to actually see it. Congrats and Myth, by the way. Does that come with the title? No, it doesn't. OMG Kittens, I like the good name. If you find light, that means one more challenge for you. Before finishing. What is it? Before finishing the section. So... Stones, hope you'll not lose your way. If you find light, it means one more challenge for you before finishing the section. Okay, so when you see light, you're close. Got it. Atherman Whisper after this? Yeah, do you guys want to run through Atherman's puzzle? Atherman's maze? That'd be fun as hell, huh? Which? Dow, brother, what's up, Void Lord? When it comes back to Voron's, hold on. Dalaran, брат, когда ты обратно в Воронеж? С халом пиво пить. Когда, куда, как то? Обратно? Я не знаю, я думаю никогда, я не знаю, думаю меня в армию просят, если когда-то я пришел обратно. Я сейчас американец, я не знаю, это мне опасно, думаю, будет. Switch. One day, man, maybe. Kragar versus Curdy? Oh, Arms versus Fury. Curdy is going to put a bit to the test here. Warrior v Warrior stun onto Kragar. Is going to go for the spear. Kragar just going to have to take it easy. Just got to stabilize you a little bit. As Curdy got himself a bit of defense. Letting that second wind come back. But unfortunately, Kragar is an Arms Warrior with natural affinity for bleeds. Technically, Curdy can also pick up bleeds with Rend. I think he can actually go for a decent bleed build, but nothing amazing. Kragar definitely has a bit more of a perplexity for bleeds. Mostly because he's, what's it called? Colossus, and they do have some talents that can amplify the bleed damage. And Kragar with an early parry actually speared down, so Curdy can't really go anywhere. Does have a big defensive. Kragar just going to back up out of there. Curdy unfortunately cannot catch up to him, so he's just going to have to stabilize here for a second. Stun on the charge does give him at least a couple of those executes. Is Curdy a Thane, or he is a Thane? It's random lightning bolts. He is a Thane. Mountain Thane build. The mountainous Thanias demolished out for Kragar. Curdy taking a decent bit of damage, dude. Every single mortal strike is starting to actually break through his defenses. Curdy looking like he might be in the execute range. Kragar also starting to take a decent bit of damage, though. Stun, short. Disarm for a second. Does Curdy run a disarm? He got him some damage potentially with Avatar. Big stomp to follow with a stun by Kragar, looking for that execute. Big heal by Curdy, picking up a little bit of value. Avatar for Kragar as well, looking to end this duel if at all possible. Fear for a second. Zerkers leave for one warrior, charge for the other. Stormbolt to reconnect on the reconnect. Both are super low. Actually, could be anyone's game. Picking up a bit of health last second. Does break out of it. Execute, but it's not enough. Does go for a stun for a short moment. Is it enough? Is somebody throwing stuff at him? Wait, Goaris is shooting at Curdy. Wait, why was Goaris shooting at Curdy? But Curdy wins that one. I am so surprised, even though he's taking like pot shots from the side. What in the world? What was he shooting at him? Is it just for accidental right click? At least the pets weren't attacking him, so I guess there's that. It's going to be a full burst out on this Mershka Kings being Curdy. There's just not much you can do for that. It's way too much damage. At least you have a big defensive. Let's try to see if we can fight through it. Reflect just to stop some of the poison damage, or at least reduce it. What a melt on a Stormbolt. Just completely immune a stun. Spear, leap it away. Still bleeds onto Curdy. The rogue cannot reconnect. He can throw weapons at him. No bombers down. Curdy does have a trinket. He does have shields. As long as he gets those shields proc, and he maybe will be okay. He does have eyes, throwing poisons, throwing weapons at the rogue. Does have enrage regen. Massive heal by Curdy, actually. There goes enrage regen. He does get the enrage regen. So maybe he can stabilize evasion off for the Smurfs, so you can't bloodthirst him. And unfortunately, the rogue with the dots and death mark, not much you could really do about it. Unfortunately, he does go down into a port onto the rogue as Rick just trying to see if he gets some of those pets around the corner. Smurfs, unless he can get himself a proper re-stealth. What a cloak, just walking into that mortal coil. Perfectly times it. I don't know if he meant to do it like that or not, but it was well done. Trying to figure out where Rick was there for a second. Couldn't find him. What in the world? Воронеж. Я не знаю, это что, Воронеж, это город или что? Это регионы? Я чуть-чуть не понимаю, друг. Skin Dev is telling me about Voronezh. I don't know what the Voronezh is. Unfortunately. I don't know what that is. Yo, is the special just gonna die? This guy's just gonna melt it. I look away in the chat for like a second and I look back at his health, and Special's health is just not doing that good. He's in a good spot here, trying to see if he catch up. Does catch a stun for Rick. Does have a Kingsbane. Maybe something you could follow up with. Possibly. Into a full stun. I think, unfortunately, that Mortal Call does put him in a rough spot. Yeah. There's just not much you can really do. Oh! The pets, yeah. The pets did take him out there. I honestly thought that he was gonna go down, but I didn't expect for like the Firebolt is the one that take him out there. I almost never see imps landing a kill and blow. Almost never ever happens. It is gonna be Rick catching Rick into a full burst. He is not playing the Cosmic Demon Hunter. He's not Devourer, he's Havoc this time around. And Rick is trying to make sure to play around this as carefully as possible. That fear was perfectly timed. Second fear to follow, letting get all the pets. Big Ruination. That's a lot of demon damage out for Reston Hell, who's trying to use mobility to get himself some healing. Big Hunt does almost reconnect. Doesn't quite do it. Charging back in. Is he able to reconnect with Rick? Stun into a Mortal Coil. Does end up going to Trinket out of it. Sigil of Misery right after. Big shields for Rick. So he's got himself a ton of healing. Fear onto Reston Hell. Well, still has Metamorphosis. He can still pick up a lot of healing. Anytime he's got meta, there's going to be a ton of output. Stun on all those demons. Does Rick have a port? He's going to try to see if he can port the Demon Hunter back up top. As Resident Evil started to catch up a lot of health, even if he attacks the pets, even if he's not on Rick the entire time, he's got a lot of healing out of it. Try to let it charge. What a gateway position out for Rick. I'm getting caught in the ramparts here. He's got himself full imprisoned Blade Dance, trying to see if he can charge back in. Off the platform, then on the platform. Wall for Rick, barely alive. Can he survive this? Warlock Hellstorm barely let him recover. Looks like DC'd though. Or DC'd for a second, but it looked like he went immune. Is he back? Isn't. Resident Hell is giving himself a little bit of health. Rick is might be down. That's unfortunate. That is super unfortunate. Yeah, looks like a DC unfortunately hit the Warlock. It does give one for Resident Hell. Unfortunately, they couldn't finish the duel in the normal fashion. But at the very least, for Resident Hell, that is one down. And you only got what? He's got 2 rogues and a paladin to go? Oh, is that how do you be Devourer? Don't you just stun them and then nuke them? That's a little tough. Definitely gotta have a defensive. I imagine you shield the Vengeance when they go for like the full burst. Or spell word in it. Just when you see meta, run. Maybe. Fumble when you see meta, I guess. Yeah, who's up next? One of you guys gotta go, because dampening is gonna be scaling up. 63% dampening. One of you guys gotta go. Is it Adaby they're waiting for? Is it Saya? Must be, right? Still waiting for them. I'm looking for that Nether Drake, because I know there's a Nether Drake that flies by here once in a while. I never really get to enjoy the splendor of a big old Nether Drake, because you never really look up in this arena. Never really have a reason. Looks like Saya DC'd. Whoever's gonna go after Saya might just have to go next. So if it was supposed to be Saya, one of the rogues gotta go, man. One of the rogues gotta go. DDoS detected? Oh no, looks like they got you and Saya apparently. Looks like they got you both into an prison onto the rogue. He's just trying to get himself a proper opener. Sigil of Misery. Cloak of Shadows. Still Misery connects. You can't cloak it. It's a physical fear. Unfortunately for the rogue, great for Resident Hell. Does go for a charge around the corner. Looks like we have a paladin complete DC. Hopefully get back in. If the paladin is meant to go, probably should go next. I don't know if the game will completely like DC him or not. Getting the shot as the Resident Hell drops down darkness. That's going to help him stabilize. Evasion for the rogue. Full death mark and Kingsman in play. Resident Hell is going to need to use meta and heal as much as humanly possible. Try to see if you can catch up as much health as you can. Looks like Sai is back, but as a warrior. Rogue is bleeding up. Resident Hell fully. Blade Dance to follow. Resident Hell does barely survive it, with the rogue gonna be up next. To be out and about. I think he's given Resident Hell it's an opportunity to come back and get some health. Maybe. I don't know if you realize the rogue is right next to him. What? Or maybe we're just waiting for the bleeds to do the thing. That's likely what is happening. Just letting the Blaze do the thing. Unfortunately, we lost Saya. So it's going to come down to Adaby to try to see if he can bring it back for his team. Trinkets out of the disarm, which gives the Monk an opportunity to go for full sweep. Does the Monk just take it here? No, the Rogue does survive it with a cheap shot right after, but it's going to be super DR'd. Encapped by Ibu. Does have a Karma, meaning to use it. Adaby with an evasion. He's going to go for Vanish and try to see if he can back up out of there. The Monk try to see if he can catch him. And at the very least, the Monk does have a Karma, so it's helping him stabilize a little. He's going to go for a port. Try to give himself a little bit of healing. Having a hard time catching him where he goes. Those Vampires are not doing anything at the 8-minute mark, though. Unfortunately, they ain't doing nothing. Thinking doesn't let me log in. Oh, really? Hold on a second. Maybe something did happen then. The ping is too high and looking a couple of freezes. I'm still live on my screen. Really? So maybe you and Saya both got hit. You're definitely offline for me, Rick, on BNet. Definitely offline. Bestial Wrath is going to come down to Adaby to try to see if he can bring it back for his team. As Guerrero's trying to see if he gets some damage around the corner. Pets are in play, at least some of them. Others are just running back for some reason. Yeah, definitely got to make sure all those pets are on Rogue the entire time. The Rogue, I think, is running with a limited clock here. 29% dampening. He's trying to get himself some healing. Sippy Cups are going to help stabilize a little, but not that much. Spotting shot. He knows the Rogue is going to be composed from that end. As long as he has sight of him. Rogue will not be able to catch a reset. Bestial Wrath. The Rogue is out of time. Out of time and out of luck. Unfortunately, he does go down. Damn. Rough. Do one more. Last one. Let's see if the groups are still there. Let's see if the groups are still there. Then I'll be down to do one more. Yeah, so, what is it? Saya and Kragar. Let me know if you guys are still down. Because if you're still down, I'm down to keep going more. Like, one more. Literally uno más. And I'm out of the arena. I can go back in. It's over. Log into main now. I'll try to see if we can get you guys back in. If we can't, then we'll call it. Because it's about that time. Did Atha just walk through the wall? Huh? Wait, Atha literally just walked through that wall. Is this a light puzzle? Okay. How do you do that, Atha? Am I supposed to be able to go through that? You just walk right through it like it's nothing. Am I bugged? Can I close one section now so everyone doesn't split? Okay. At least if people want to do the maze, then I close section off so it doesn't split. Wait, you just walked through a wall. Am I supposed to figure it out? Huh. Okay, we're giving a second. Ready. Oh, we need one more? Okay, invite me. Can't do it yet. Saya, invite me back in. Oh, Rick has gotten back in. Hold on. Once Rick comes back in, we'll be good to go. That'll work. Are you gonna do one more game? Yeah, one more, since the groups are ready. One more since the groups are ready. Oh, we got Rick. Okay, so we need somebody that isn't Rick then. Got it. Make me lead, if possible, por favor. You're not group leader. Perfect. Okay. We need one. Uno más. And one's in. We got a spot right now, right here. Game tier? I mean, yeah, if he wants to. That could work. Are you tank or what? Devourer, perfect. That works. Beautiful. Nice. We got the group. Now we can do uno más. One more for the road boys. We'll do a, I don't know, a Grand again. That Grand seems like a good map. Invite me. It's me. I got you, Ryan. I got you, man. I got you, bud. I gotcha. Perfect. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so I got that. Okay, and I think we're good. What's that? Which? GG play Warrior Curdy? Yeah, he did pretty good. What's up, Mac? Hey, my guy. Yeah, Curdy did really, really good, man. Put up against Kragar, it was not an easy matchup at all. Well, since I can't really show them off yet, I guess I'll just give some like random scenes. I wish Blizzard. Oh, that's weird. I wish Blizzard. That's really close. I wish Blizzard were to fix the the camera stuff, so that you can actually track things properly. Because I kind of miss being able to just follow up players. For some reason this week it still does not work. Unfortunate. Wait, they're using Warlord's General Oryx, but it's an old Nagrand. I think they used the new Nagrand at that point. Sap with the Krager, Adaby with a gouge, instant trinket by the warrior. He knows that Adaby is going to go for damage. Trinkets that disarm, so Adaby is trying to maximize his Shadow Blaze damage, and it's hurting Krager quite a decent bit. Krager just trying to see if he can stabilize a little. He's got to wait out the Shadow Blades and that Smoke Powder Bomb, which is not going to be easy. Spear onto the Rogue, at the very least the Rogue cannot easily catch up, but he's got the Shuriken throw, so he's keeping the Krager from being able to stabilize and heal. He's going to go for a bit of a reset with a Vanish. Parry up for Krager. Definitely does not want to let the Rogue get a re-stealth at all. Blind to follow. Unfortunately, no more trinket available. He could go for the eyes. No mind. I'm wrong on that. Stun onto the Rogue. For Krager, this is an opportunity to make some damage happen. Picked up a decent bit of healing. Blaze Storm in case the Rogue was going to go for a cheap shot. With an evasion to follow. He does have some damage. The big coup de grace is coming through. Cheap shot right after. Krager's in a bit of a rough spot. Made to go for like a rally cry, something, anything. Gouge for a second. And unfortunately, he doesn't have Zerkers. And that's going to be the Rogue catching a reset with an immediate Shadow Strike, denying Krager any kind of self-healing. Does not want to give him any second wind here whatsoever. If he leaves the warrior alone for too long, he just starts getting percentage healing over a few seconds. Disarm to follow for the warrior. Try to see if he can find himself an answer for the situation. Stabbed by the Rogue, not letting the warrior out of his sight whatsoever. And the warrior wants to make some damage happen, if at all possible, but it's definitely tough. Definitely on the tougher end. Does get hit with a kidney shot. Avatar is available, but that's about all he can really do. Unless he goes rallying cry, he needs something. Unfortunately, the Rogue does find the damage through those stuns. With the special going to be up next. Got himself full bleed gameplay going. Kidney shot onto Adaby with a death mark. Oh, he's just over. He's just done. Adaby is just done. Those bleeds are way too heavy. Full Kingsbane and death mark is just over. It is so rough. Who's up next? Is it going to be DH? Is it going to be the warrior? It is going to be Curdy, man. Rogues and warriors so far. I don't know if Fury Warrior can really fight against a Rogue super well. Normally, it is one of the better matchups for the Rogue. Arms Warrior, like in a solo, is a little bit tougher because even if you evasion, overpower just keeps slamming him. Those Mortal Strikes also hurt, the bleed also add pressure. Fury can be tough, but I feel like it's more manageable. It's all physical damage. Spear does not quite connect, unfortunately, but if you were Whirlwind, does find him with the Stormbolt immediately. Is going to get a trinket out on a Smeshka too, so this is actually huge for the Warrior. He's still holding on to his trinket. Does get a charge. This is the Rogue goes around the corner with a massive execute. Does get the big old slam, leap to follow. Does get those lightning bolts rolling onto the Smeshka. He just needs to keep the bleeds on the Rogue if at all possible. Unfortunately, the Rogue does break super far away. So for the Warrior, all he can do is maybe go for the eyes and try to see if he can find the Rogue. And unfortunately, he doesn't have leap. He doesn't have spear. He does still know more or less where he's at. He's going to end up Stormbolting him. Trades with a blind. What a trade. Actually, not terrible for the Rogue. It's actually not terrible at all. Cheap shot. That's an opportunity for Nesmushka to go for full Kingsbane. Kidney shot. It is going to be a trinket out of Curdy. Sipping up for Nesmushka. This is where Curdy actually has Nesmushka slowed down fully. Nesmushka does not have an easy escape. It's going to be Zerker. Or not even Zerker. Gouge just breaks through dots. Go road to follow Nesmushka at no help whatsoever. I think those stomps are going to do it. She does. Just throws a weapon at him. Taking him out. You gotta love the throw weapon execute combo. That is beautiful. I feel like you guys are probably playing that the better throw weapon, right? The one that breaks your shields. Because that does significantly more damage. That could actually like kill somebody from a distance. That could actually do enough. Especially if you're far away, that's a decent bit of overall damage. And if you're going against a paladin, that's also a decent bit of damage. Like, will break the shield defenders more aggressively. Or Warlock in a Dark Pack, that's also really good there as well. Or if anybody's using those shield embellishments on their armor for PvP, that also breaks through that pretty well. Is it Dalaran next? I think he's trying to figure out who's going to be next. But I think it might be Dalaran. Is it? Trying to figure it out. Yeah, they're still trying to figure it out by the looks of it. Curdy's ready to go. Curdy found a new main, it seems. I don't know if it's a new main. I think he's just playing someone for fun while Shadow Priest is in a spot in a spot where it's at right now. Looks like he's like, yo, come on, one of you guys gotta go. Dalaran is like trying to be like, yo, who's supposed to be next, boys? Who's supposed to be next? For Curdy, this is probably the worst matchup. Or maybe Dalaran is trying to be like, a nice guy who's like, guys, come on, it's a warrior. I'm a paladin. There's no, oh, maybe we're waiting for Ibu. And Ibu right now DC'd, so maybe that's what they were waiting for. Got it. Curdy, you're gonna be under. Look at Curdy's health, already at 25%. Actually not doing that good right now. Not doing so hot. Does get himself Avatar, but unfortunately, unless he can stay on top of Dalaran and get those stomps in, he's not going to be able to do much. Dalaran does have plenty of mobility. Paladins don't have the craziest mobility, but they can slow down the warrior and feel like they are a NASCAR compared to the warrior movement. It's just rough. Warriors don't have an easy way to break out of that, break out of slows, unfortunately, or to mitigate slows. They did make battle stance a little better for that, but still a little tough. Here, as Curdy looks like he's trying to see if he can back up out of it. Maybe he can let the Dawnlight drop. The shields are continuing to proc and absorbing the Dawnlight healing. So he's actually going to get the second wind procking super early, catching up all that health all over again. Though the dots are still on him a little bit. He's got to be very, very careful with the Paladino. Try to go for Reflect here really, really early, but no Hodge out of Dalaran. Dalaran with the Blessing is saying too, so that stun is not going to stick, unfortunately. Executes are flowing from Curdy. He's able to get a couple of his procs, but Dalaran fully tanked up, playing super defensive. Defensive tanks ain't going to do nothing, and unfortunately, Curdy does go down. Up next is going to be... Did they lose a guy? Hopefully, Edu can come back. What is with the C's randomly, man? Damithar is going to be up next as a Devourer Demon Hunter. He's going to have to really, I think, build up for a big meta. Burst out of Dalaran, back up out as soon as he got that immunity. If you could somehow get a immunity out of him without meta, and then meta after that, that also would be sick too. He's definitely going to have to figure something out here. The Paladin is going to do a ton of damage with those Hodges. Hodge, Wake of Ashes, just going to let the rot hit Damithar, who does a blur. I think he should have some survivability here too. He should have self heals in order to stabilize at least a little bit, as long as he's got the aura, not the immolation aura, but soul aura, soul immolation. I forget what it's called, but he's got like his own version of immolation aura. It's mostly there for resources and for a self heal. This would damage you a little, but it made no sense if Blizzard made it a heal, which is a lot stronger for Demon Hunter. It definitely helps him out tremendously. Stun, trick it out for Damithar. Does have a blur in case he needs to. May need to send another blur here. Honestly, it looks like he didn't. He was expecting for Dalaran just to go in, but Dalaran is fine, just playing it slow and steady. So unless Damithar makes a move, I think he might just rot out. He's in a rough, precarious spot. There just isn't much he can really do in this situation. He's got to be very, very careful. He needs to go for a meta. He needs to land a CC, go for a full meta, catch Dalaran off guard, and start catching up healing. That is the only realistic way that I think he could potentially come back here. Or just die in a stun. That is rough. Yeah, Dalaran just played it out full dot build. I think as a Demon Hunter, that's the problem. You get punished if you play too timidly. If you try to be too timid, you don't have the healing. You can't deal with dots. You have a limited amount of self-heals that can stabilize, but a lot of the self-healing comes from you doing damage and using Metamorphosis. So unless you do both of those, you are going to fall behind. Just a matter of fact. Dalaran with the Blessing. Oh, yeah, Dalaran with the Blessing is Saint here. Or Spell Warden, rather. Really early versus Saya. Try to see if you can push in the pressure. We are at the 8-minute mark, 41% dampening. Unfortunately, Team 2 is playing with one man down, so Dalaran is having to step up to the plate. Dalaran is going to have to be Ilya Topuria. I don't know how to say his name. We'll call him Illy. That was the closest one. Dalaran getting super low. Lay on hands. Saya has not used any single one of his big buttons so far. Still got Lay on hands. He's still got Spell Warden. He's got everything he needs. Dalaran trying to see if he can back up out of the Saya. Dalaran both are kind of low. Lay on hands. Dalaran at no help whatsoever has to go for a bubble, so Saya is able to pressure him. Now Saya just gotta live. No Spell Warden for this one. Dalaran with a full stun, able to lock down Saya, but Saya goes in for a bubble of his own, just trying to make sure he can stabilize out of this one. Dalaran looking to catch up a lot of health. Does dodge the Hodge with the Blessing of Saint, not sending it long whatsoever. Shield defense available. Got himself Wake of Ashes in case he really needs to stabilize in health. But I think, honestly, he might be lights here. I don't really know what else you could do in this situation. I think you're just done. I think you're done. Unless Dalaran could somehow, someway do another Wake of Ashes and bring himself back to full. I think it's just lights. Does go for a Hodge. Wake of Ashes. Atha doesn't see the stun long whatsoever. Hodge is in back, trigger to follow. Dalaran started to stabilize a little. Saya burning immunity here, actually. Looks like he's trying to see if he can end this duel. Dalaran is not out of the woods yet. Hold on. He's not dead, though. He's not dead. Hold on a second. Does Dalaran bring it back some way? Saya will have a trinket, but if Dalaran has enough damage, there's just nothing you can do about it. Dalaran super low on health. Does he have anything to follow up? Wings, maybe. Trying to go for the heal if at all possible. Does he have anything? Unfortunately, he does not. That is tough. With the Demon Hunter charging in. Stun onto Saya. Saya does not have immunity anymore. Does the Aegis go in for full burst? I think he just needs it, right? Just one more hit. Is that enough? Saya picking up a little bit of health. Demon Hunter trying to go for a Void Ray. Does he have to go for meta? He may have to go for meta just to take out Saya. Does Saya have any more survivability here? So I got wall. Demon Hunter is okay. You just got to be very careful with the next Hodge, which he can backflip around it for. He should be okay as long as he lands it. Goes in for a backflip. Saya can now go in for a stun if he really wants to. Regenerating. Saya has barely any health. Wait. The Glaive Throw doesn't even stop regenerating? What in the world? Blur out for the DA. Just try to see if we can get this casting onto Saya. Looking for that big old I-beam. Is this enough damage? Barely enough, unfortunately. Fortunately, Saya is still alive. But Saya just turned this around. Demon Hunter actually does not have a trinket. Wait a second. Does Saya just bring it back? What in the world? Stun? Does the H have it? Trinket by Saya. He just needs to get around the corner and get another big hit. That or potentially burn a meta. If he's gonna get aggressive with Saya, may have to go for a blur here. The Saya got himself a stun. The Saya just end this. The Saya just live. DH, man, Italy, you still got a chance here. I don't know if you got meta. He does have meta. Is this enough though? Big Burger's Wake, trying to go for big AoE. Is it enough? Does take out Saya. Rick, you gotta give this man a chance. You gotta give him a chance. You have to give this guy a chance. Look, send your pet out in the middle. Let him still steal some souls out of the pet, right? Just dismount, send your pet in the middle. Let him steal some souls. Let him heal a little. Because if he can start stealing souls, he'll be able to get some heals. If you let him. If you let him. Maybe. And he's just trying to be very careful. He's getting himself whatever health he can. Do you have the consume ability to steal souls from the guy? Because you can steal fragments. Or I guess first save will do it. He's got a long-lasting meta. Does he have like the long meta? He might have long meta. He might not have a short meta. Consume? You have consume? Normally Demon Hunters use consume. Or is he gonna have to wait? Looks like he's waiting. Clear to the start from 2 seconds delay. Holy lags. Oh man. Man, ShadoW's still death, man. I don't know. ShadoW is frozen. One day he'll be back. Just put him in a cryo chamber, right? Into a full hunt. Illy looks like got enough health. Doesn't have a trinket, but does have a blur at the very least. He's gonna have to use everything he can to stay on top of Rick. I think Mortal Coil is gonna put him back behind the pillar. I think he's actually kind of more or less okay been put there for now though. Does go for the AoE off of those pets, unfortunately. I don't know if he's just trying to focus on the pets to maybe heal off of them. But he's going Void Ray and actually focusing on the pets quite a decent bit. Maybe it's part of the play. Trying to get himself whatever leech healing he can of 67% dampening, but unfortunately he doesn't have much health to work with. Needs to go for the most amount of damage right now. Fear is going to connect. Does get himself the big cleave. It's going to be mass damage onto Rick, who is able to survive it with wall and dark pact. He's used everything to survive, to live this. Do you have another intro? I think might go down with an axe toss though. I don't really know. Can Demon Hunter come back from this? Backflip for a second? Yeah, unfortunately. They can definitely do a lot of damage. We've seen him do well, but that's tough. That's tough. Alrighty. Over that chat, that's probably going to be it for now. Yeah? I think it's going to be the last one for the night. Fantastic games though. Fantastic games. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to run through Athos maze, if you don't mind. Hell yeah. All G we done for now though. Alright. Hell yeah. Alright, Atho. Oh, do you guys want to join and do Atho's puzzle? If you want to join and do Atho's, yeah, Saya, do you want to join in and do you guys want to do Atho's maze real quick? If you guys want to do the maze, we can get you guys in the group. Just like request join. But yeah, we're done with the duels for the night. I do want to run through this real quick. What in the world? Wait, he's actually in the thing. Can he actually get in there? You can. Maybe it's a Demon Hunter thing. Oh, okay. No, it's not. I can invite him. Okay, Saya, where you are. Here we go. Invite. Inviting my man Saya. And Saya, all you do is right click Atho and then view houses and then go to these horde house. So house not owned by Atho but owned by whatever other character. Boosting 14's big gold time. How much gold do you get for boosting a 14? And does the other person like get boosted? Do they just AFK or do they like just still play? Do they just like self-play? Or do they just AFK at the beginning? How does it work? Guys paying more to AFK. But it's 1.3 mil split between 5. Ah, okay. Okay, so normally it's just like they'll just self-play. It's basically just like, it's basically they're spending gold to play with a group essentially. For dungeons, so I get around 200k. That's not terrible. That's not bad. I feel like the prices used to be way higher than for dungeons 200k. Or is it 200k per dungeon? Or is it for 4 dungeons to get 200k? 1.3 mil pod split between 5. 200k just for weeklies? Easy. I guess, yeah. 16. Yeah. Get him in here. I've never done Athos Maze, so this is gonna be my first time trying it. Dude, duels today were pretty good. I liked them a lot. Is the average? Really? I think in BFA, I used to do runs, sale runs, and they used to pay out big time. I'm making like an incredible amount of gold. I'm pretty sure after the BFA sales, I didn't really do any sales, but I had like an insane amount of gold. No, I mean, I guess we did raid runs for mounts. We didn't sell mounts after that. But I had so much gold, I didn't need gold anymore. I was incredibly stingy and I wasn't gonna spend any gold on anything. But I had like an incredible amount. A couple mil, and I just sat on it. Although, after the last few expansions, I definitely been spending it on the crafts and stuff. So, and I haven't really been doing as many sales, so I'm like, oh, okay. That's where all the gold went. Got it. Catalan's onward, the price has been pretty much the same. Really? Okay. Ages ago, I made sure a little boosting back then. Yeah, I just remember BFA boosting was really good. Like insane gold. From Virginia, Dal. Thank you for all the informative rogue videos over the years. Yo, what's up, Frankie? How you doing, my guy? Welcome, welcome. I know the channel says 5V5 duels. We're done with the duels. We did them already. I'm just out here with my man Atho. He's got a house and he made a maze in his house. So I'm interested to see what it looks like. WTF is this? Where are you? The Bloom? Are you in the neighborhood? No, you gotta go to his horde house, Saya. You probably check it out, his alliance house. You gotta go to his horde house. Or is he in his horde house and it's just private? Wait, does Atho just like make the house open, get some people in, turns it private, and then like let people run through the maze? Is that how that works? Start of the season in gold, earning was just dumb. Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Start of the season usually is like that though. Pretty regularly. As I said, instruction wise, if you see a rocks, you're on the right path. If you see a light, you got one more challenge before you move on to the next section. It's a little cryptic, but I'm cool with it. You're just gonna make it to the end, right? There are 2 sections of the maze. Should be getting my Echo Gold at some point soon. I'm hoping it's over the next week. Hopefully, man. Hopefully. Keep one section locked until the other part is cleared. Nice. Is it a big maze? The stones you find on your way should help you try to remember the way. The hope you find on your way should help you try to remember the way, so you don't run back to the start. Got it. So if we pass a stone, we are going along the right path. Good. So follow the stones is what I get out of that. Maybe I'm like misreading into it, but that's what I got out of it. If you find something interactable, just click it once. Oh, like lights and these things? Trust me on that. Okay. Just click it once. Okay, we'll be very, very careful not to just click around. Should you get my Echo Gold at some point? Yeah, I read that already. How much gold is that for Echo, actually? Should be a mill or something, right? Okay, we're ready? Is there gonna be something hidden in the walls, maybe? Open in a few seconds? Fine. Let's go. Ah, okay. Interesting. I wonder if I want to record it, because I've never been in this house. So it gives you arrows of where to go. The arrows tell you something. Okay, so arrows are telling me to go up. Arrows are telling me to go here. That's a question mark. Huh. What if it's one of those like... Ah, okay. The arrows tell you something. Ah, so there's a thing up above. There's something here. Or... Oh, can you actually go along that? No, not quite. Interesting. Huh. Something along the opposite side there. So I wonder if there's something you can clip on. Oh, wait. Okay, you can actually clip on this. Not sure if it's intended to. Oh, okay. Okay. Damn. Okay, I had something going on. Maybe someone invisible to step on. Oh, wait. There's a thing here. Some interactable. Wait, there's a thing back here too. Huh? Hold on a second. There's so much more to this. Okay. Okay. Is something to interact here? No, it doesn't look like it. Not quite the arrows, question mark. Something invisible to step on. I saw something interactable. Oh, there it is. What is it? Secretive bookcase. Ah, hold on. Secretive bookcase. Oh, okay, okay, interesting. Ah, I'll come. Okay. I'm just messing around with this stuff. Holy. Okay, door on the left and door on the right. Anything above us? Not really. He went right. I'm going left. Oh, okay, 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 okay. Okay, that's a dead end. I need to remember the rocks tell you something. Or rocks means you're going the right way. Okay, I think it's to the right here. Okay, the rock means we're on the right path. Okay, so that's a checkpoint. Beyond this, we don't want to go back. Okay, yeah, a rock. So then we go left or right. I'm gonna try hugging the right side of the wall. That's a dead end. Then if I just continue hugging the right side of the wall, this will take me somewhere, I hope. Okay. I don't think it's a rock. I think it's maybe a light. Dead end. I go in a circle. Okay. Sort of. It was a dead end. But I'm still gonna use the strat of hugging the right side of the wall to the end. Okay. That's another dead end. Hugging the right wall. Still a bit of a dead end. Light. Okay. I'm at the light part. Okay, hugging the right wall did do something. So now it looks like it's a jumping puzzle. Oh, 100% it's a jumping puzzle. Oh my god. Hell yeah, dude. This is so cool. Okay. It's a little tough. That other next jump over here is a little on the tougher side. Or no, it's not too bad. Okay, nice. Okay. Damn. It has like a thing above my head. So if you jump a little too early, you'll bump your head and you won't go far. Damn. Okay. Yeah, you really have to get like a running start. Oh, please don't hand free to me. I don't know if that gives me movement speed. I really don't want to be moving quicker. Damn. I'm mistiming that completely. Nice. Yep. Nice. Please. Okay, nice. Damn, almost. Maybe I disengage on that one? I'm having a hard time with that one specifically. Okay, I really just gotta just run at it. I'm not trusting WoW's like running, jumping, because sometimes it's super inconsistent. Maybe I just need to trust it. Okay. Okay. Yep, you go here. You go here. Yep. Go here, and you go around. Looks like here. And, okay, that could have been really bad. Okay, question. Do you just jump forward at it? Okay, you do. Because I'm wondering if Path will have some that you jump forward at and some to jump backwards at. Okay. Oh my god, bro. If I fall down now, I'm gonna be mad. Okay, nice. I'll wait for you. Just take it super easy, Athel. Or Saya. Oh my god, bro. Okay, watch out here. Watch out, because one of them apparently is a false drop. Okay. Oh my god, bro. Oh no. Okay, I'm walking for this one. Holy. Okay, go over here. And this is where one of them is a fake bookshelf drop. I saw that a little earlier. Wait, do we drop down here? I think we do. Maybe? Okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna drop down on this one. That could have been really rough. Oh my god. Yeah, this is the fake bookshelf. Or no? Oh, it goes further down. Oh wait, maybe you are supposed to use this as a like a step ladder or something. On the bridge. Okay, never mind. Okay, well you have to go down, right? Or I think you have to go down, right? You clicked twice? I clicked it, I pulled them out, pulled them back in. Yeah, so I clicked them out and in. They were in like this, I think the first time I found them. At least I think. Okay, so we have to go down here. The light. I'm gonna trust the light. Unless the light just gets me screwed. Okay, it's another ramp. Wait. Hold on. So we click the thing once. And it puts you back out here. So now the arrows? Because this is where those things came from, right? Oh, I see the bridge. Okay. Wait. Okay. Is that supposed to be the bridge? Okay, so you're supposed to somehow get up here and then walk across this. Come down, the second section starts here. Where are you? I don't even know where you are. Oh, okay. So did I do it? Did I do it? Because we went through the whole thing. Okay, so I guess there's a second part. Got it. Alright, Saya, come back over here. So drop down that one spot and then basically just come back in. Okay. I thought I messed up. Quest actually completed. Got it. I had no idea. I didn't realize you would have to do a little bit of this more like manual type of like blocking off parts. I'll wait for you. It should take you up a ramp and then down. You're almost there. At least you think. Where are you? Dude, if only you could open up a map, right? Actually, Atherman can open up a map, can't he? Because you can see like the full layout of the house. To the robot lamp. There should be like a ramp up, right? Pretty sure. Yeah, you should be able to go up and then drop down here, right? I can't ping him, otherwise I'd be able to. Or Sim, sorry. You're good, you're good, you're good. You're good, Wes. No, we did our duels already. I'm just out here looking at Atlas maze. It's pretty cool. I really like it. I really like it. I might be overthinking the maze a little bit. Like, jumping puzzle part was really cool. I really liked it. I do hate how there's some, like, blocks of wood above your head so you can actually jump too early and then bump your head and fall down. I do think that's super, like, frustrating, but we're able to get past it pretty easily. I just hate puzzles that do that. And there was a, like, I don't know if that was on purpose or what, but I hate when games do that, dude. Yep. Yeah, went back to the first section because now there's a second part. There you are. Okay, so I guess you're gonna block us off, right? When we're in here, so we don't accidentally come out again. You're good, you're good. Alrighty. So I'm gonna do the same strategy before. I'm gonna hug the right side of the wall until I run into something. That's my strategy. Is hug the right until I get somewhere. I'm guessing Arthur is doing, or Sai is doing the opposite. He's doing left maybe. Oh, okay. Over here. I found it. If you go over here, there's a rock. There you are. Nice. So now, oh, okay. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna hug the right side. Or maybe it's just very straightforward. No, it does open up into a maze. Okay, so this goes nowhere. There is a light on the opposite side here. Okay, still hugging right. Still hugging right, dead end. Continues to open up in places. Another dead end. Uh-huh. Another dead end. I'm about to meet you in the same room. Oh, okay. Were we here before? Okay, well that's new. Does that consider as a rock? Oh, big old open room. And it goes places. It looks like that's like the opposite side of the maze that we were just in.
They are among us. As the skies light up, they believe we are blissfully unaware.
Oh, light. Okay, I got it here. So basically, yeah, head right. And there's a light. Here we are. There's a light that I saw earlier. So another jumping puzzle, huh? Is something under? No. Oh. Okay, I think we gotta maybe look behind us. Or not. Maybe just straightforward. Looks like it's really straightforward. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh. Okay, the angle was good. Ooh, okay. 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 Okay, so I gotta go to that corner then, huh? Nice. Oh, I hate this. Oh, God. Okay. Wait, I think I went back. Go backwards? Maybe I'm okay. Bro, this maze is awesome. I feel like I'm gonna bump a wall here, aren't I? Okay, that worked. Oh, okay, okay. I am so stupid. Okay. That was frustrating. Do I really jump that far? Yeah, you really jumped that far even if you were still walking. Got it. Okay, so I think there you do slow walk and you just jump. I just did not realize I was gonna go that far. I straight up felt like I went flying just now. I gotta get back to the light. This side is having a better time than I am right now. I gotta go all the way back and I gotta do all that again. That is not where I needed to go. Okay. Damn. Okay, I'm close to the light, somewhere nearby. Not yet. Probably just sticking to the right side of the wall eventually got me there. So I'm just gonna keep doing that. That seems to be the play. It's a dead end. Bro, this is so well done. I wish it was like a little bit easier for me to get back, like a checkpoint system, right? You find the rock, you got a checkpoint. You find light, you find a checkpoint. But I know it's like player made, so it's really, really fun. That's a dead end. Okay. Okay. I need to get used to the jump distance. Like, how far is that gonna go? Going backwards? I fell off. Okay. I fell off just like that. So I didn't go backwards. I gotta get confused. I guess it wouldn't be a maze if I didn't get lost, right? Kind of the point of a maze. Bookshelf. Oh, is that the bookshelf part? I feel like I'm moving. Am I moving way too fast as a hunter? I might have like a trailblazer or something. Give me move speed. Move speed increased. I kind of want to remove that. Disengage move speed. Okay. Now I should have like no additional movement speed, hopefully. I don't need more speed. I need to be moving at a normal pace. Otherwise I feel like I'm gonna mistime these jumps. Because I'm sure Atham made this as a with pally movement. So essentially he was be able to do this whole puzzle while in a wheelchair. So I think I need to just do what paladins do and just do the wheelchair strats. Now the question is, do I can I just normal move jump it? Okay, that one I do. Do this one I just do a normal move? Okay, if I do this. Would that be enough distance? I think it would be enough distance actually. Oh my god, okay. That jump in particular gave me a little bit of a heart attack. Not gonna lie. Oh no. Corner jump. Okay, corner jump, not too bad. Okay, that feels kind of safe. This little alcove. That feels safe. Okay. Bookshelves. Okay. Do you trust the bookshelves? I don't. Okay. This is the last part. Oh no, it keeps going. Oh wait, did we drop down? Hold on a sec. Something ain't right. Something's rotten here. Wait, do we click them? Oh yeah, nothing is happening. Oh wait. They're clickable when you get low. I didn't realize. Oh, okay. Is there something on the other side here? Okay, we clicked them. Pulled them out. Oh yeah, you can walk on them. Oh man, what are you... Yeah. You finished the second section. Okay. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean? Does that mean we can go down to like the arrows? Can we jump down? Double checking with that though. Are we allowed to jump down at this point? Follow the arrows. Ah, okay. We came with the arrows. Go over here. Go up above. Ah, that's sick. What the hell? Holy, okay. Okay, well, that didn't work. Is it just like a leap of faith? Wait, do I disengage? I'm pretty sure you designed it so you don't use a disengage, right? You shouldn't need it. Print this jump. Okay, so I'm pretty sure Atha designed all these puzzles so they don't need movement speed, right? I know that I can, like, you know, cheetah. No, there's got to be a way. Look to your left. Hold on. Look to my left. We're gonna be here. We'll go here. Look to your left. Oh, there. Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah. It's more jumping. That would do it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Holy shit, Atha. Oh, okay. Bro, 6-7? I swear to God, Atho. I swear to God, dude. Why? Why? Bro, this is such a good puzzle. The 6-7 is, you'll have some respect. Like, if this puzzle gets a 10-star rating, I'd knock off a star just for 6-7 at the end. Just for that. But otherwise, this is a fantastic puzzle. This is so good. Actually, so good. Oh, dude, I can actually mess up Saya so hard if I click the bookshelf, don't I? I can mess him so hard. I'm not gonna do it. Oh, he just clicked it, didn't ya? No, Saya, you just clicked it, bro. I thought also street cred was 6-7. What? Yeah, lost some street cred, man. Yeah, he lost some respect in that one. It's like when you do like a Saints Row mission, you gain respect. This is a minus respect mission, unfortunately. I didn't do anything at Saya. I didn't click it. I said I could. I was making a joke. You know, I couldn't click that one far away. Only this one. There you are. Yeah, now you just walk in. Dude, this is a great puzzle, man. This is a really good puzzle, Atho. I like this a lot. This is awesome. This is well done. Very, very well done. I feel accomplished. Hell yeah. I would have loved if there was some kind of like an automated thing, right? Like you pull a lever and it opens up a door somewhere else, so you know, like you have part 1, part 2, part 3. So the fact that you have to be there to like guide players, I think it's really, really cool. It has like a human element to it. Definitely would have been cool at 6-7. Yeah, the 6-7 lost a little bit of credit in that one. Just a little bit. Not too much, but just a little. You see the bird? Or the flamingo? I see the flamingo. What's the bird doing here? What's the bird doing it? Yeah, I see it. God damn it, dude. God damn it. Alrighty, for Mechagun. It's a goblin one, I think. Pretty sure it's like a goblin thing. But yeah, that's awesome. Sewer gates. Great. Alrighty, but that was a ton of fun. Absolutely blast. I don't know where Ring of Fates is, but I'm going there. Appreciate your Atham. I don't know how to escape this house. I'm just gonna hearth out of here, man. I don't know how else to escape it. But this was awesome. Had a blast. It was so good. It was really, really good. I am really bad at jumping puzzles though. I do get frustrated with myself with jumping. I can never trust myself. Okay, Ring of Fates is Shadowlands. I feel like I should have known that. I honestly thought like some kind of like a, I don't know, Ring of Fates. I was thinking like a dwarven thing. I thought like maybe it's like priest encampment maybe, like because Fates. But I guess that makes sense. Back in the tube. Oh, back in the tube before it all went to shit. I don't see the skybox like that often. I feel like it should be the default. Basically at all times. If you ever do come back here. Which we probably will for like a remix. For all we know. Alrighty boys. You got some wonderful one. Thanks so much for watching. Fantastic. Dual stream. Fantastic. House viewing stream. Maze running stream. Super, super fun. Enjoy my time. This is awesome. You got some wonderful one. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I'm gonna go get some work done, get some food. Because I haven't really eaten much today at all, except for like breakfast super early on. So I'm kind of hungry. And yeah, see if I can get some keys done. I'll see you guys tomorrow for NA Duels. Alrighty boys. Alrighty. Peace.
Feel my heart, it's beating. All my body's breathing. It's just you and me. Feel my heart, it's beating. All my body's breathing. It's just you and me. 3, 4.